All right, welcome to Some Heroes in Training. This is episode 22, I think, and last we
Wow.
left off with I think we finished the round one of the phase one of the rounds. No, the round one
The
of
first
phase
half of
four.
phase 4, yeah.
Yes,
The first
yes,
matchups of phase 4.
first matchups of phase four. We're using too many words. That's when you know your tournament has been long enough, and you should probably end it with this phase. So
Phase 603.
let me see if I can.
Guys, we only have a handful of
Let's
episodes
see.
left before we have to be done with the show, because if this is an anime, like 25 is the cutoff point. Unless this is a show like Death Note, and then we go like 50 episodes and we never have a season break for some reason.
Well, to be fair, they didn't have to write anything for that. They were just copying the manga line from line.
That's true.
So
That's true.
that helps.
I think we have 3 options for Heroes in Training. We either end at 25, we go to 50, or we are Naruto and we never end. Or Dragon Ball Z.
One Piece, we're like, all right, episode 1045, here we go. We just got done with the prologue, guys. We got there.
What's funny is like masks would never last that long.
No, I
Like
mean,
this
you'd have
campaign.
retired 100 characters.
Exactly.
Okay, I think that should be all the tabs I need. So, perfect. The first thing we'll get, I think, needs to be Bastion and Mercury. I think we'll jump back into that. I think the last thing that we said happened was just that Mercury was had made a solid metal fist and was about to punch you. I think that's where we ended, is him making like a villain move, I think.
I wouldn't know because I didn't actually listen all the way to the end of the episode. So
I think we were about to like do a clash.
Yeah, I think so.
A clash?
Like clashing.
Like hit each other.
Yeah.
Like you
like your carbon was about to collide with his metal.
Like I'm about to attack him and he's attacking.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It was like they were about to go at it.
They're about
Like
to
we
fight,
had a
yeah.
dramatic.
Oh,
face-off
you're
again.
right. You're right. Because Bastion was like, "What do you think will happen if I die?" And then he let go of Quantum Quill and then came in for an attack. Yep.
Yeah.
Wait. I need way more team. I've only got 6.
At the beginning of every session, I add one team to the pool. That's very true, actually.
Goodness gracious. We're all lone wolves, so we didn't never use team.
Yeah. Well, it was mostly a circumstance of Bastion being paired with Quantum Quill for the phase 3 of the tournament and didn't use any team really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go, baby.
Okay. So what was that for?
Oh yeah, I need to describe what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm attacking him recklessly using more than a shield. Or, like he's coming at me with a big fist. So I'm kind of like spreading out activated carbon kind of like in the area around us. And then like with the rest of it, I'm making like a big like drill around my hand and I'm trying to like splatter all the liquid metal onto the activated carbon so it absorbs it.
Nice. So he is currently solid. He purposefully didn't, because I think he came in for a liquid attack at first, and
that's why it's a drill, because it's like flinging the bits off, and like once it's not connected, it'll automatically turn into a liquid because at room temperature it's a liquid.
So after our conversation, I'm just imagining I've just replaced this guy with the wooden elemental guy, and it's so funny. I'm cracking up inside. Great. I can't wait to get the wood guy.
Okay. So you're attacking him recklessly?
Yeah.
Is that why you're trying to roll savior?
Yep.
I don't think you are attacking him recklessly.
Really? I'm kind of like all up in his grill. So he doesn't we established that I'm all like up in his grill attacking him so he doesn't focus on Quill again.
Do you have the same move as me where like you can use Savior more than a shield? When you directly engage a threat by heading directly into danger without regard for your own safety. That's the trigger specifically. Does that make sense, Connor? Does he have that, or did he not do it?
I mean, there like
I mean,
you could
the
describe
smart
this
thing to do in
thing.
this situation would be to like get a teacher.
Run away. Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, honestly, at this point, like there are a bunch of superheroes here at the facility at the
Yeah.
tournament that could.
I feel like
face this.
fighting this guy at all is kind of
And I
without
there's literally a
regards.
rule in the universe that if you
Setting.
fight a red threat, you leave.
Yeah,
Right,
like
right,
they'll
that's
literally
true.
get in
That's fair.
trouble for being attacked by this guy.
Yeah.
Which is mind blowing, but you know.
Well, it's
that's how
happened
they
like
are.
this is like the 4th or 5th time now.
Yeah, I
so.
know.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, I think that's probably true. I guess I feel like the trigger is still borderline in my own head. Like, you're attacking him. You're not, like I think this could just as easily be a normal danger roll. It doesn't seem like you're doing anything that is different than just like a normal danger roll, if that makes sense. The fact, like, the circumstance behind the situation doesn't mean that your particular move should be.
I mean, that's everything though. Then there wouldn't be a prompt to ever use it.
What would you say would trigger this, Connor? Like, what would you need to do?
Being like, I think some of the things that we've done before is like, I go in and I know I'm going to get hit. Like this is obviously I'm purposefully getting, like Palladium has done that multiple times. Like, I want to get hit. I'm purposely going in and taking blows in order to, more than a shield. As well as like, Bastian, a flavorful thing you could do is I take the armor off of my carbon and I'm like,
Well, yeah, I already, he's doing that. I don't know if I used it as a drill.
Oh, you already described you're taking off your armor?
Yeah, I said I used the rest of it to make the drill. I guess I could have specified more, but yeah.
The problem is that this game doesn't really have an actual mechanism for being reckless. Like, if this was like Blades in the Dark, you could say, okay, you can increase your effect for a reduced position,
right?
And like, if this goes badly, it's going to go worse. Like, that would be perfect.
Right. I don't see a more reckless thing he could do in this.
No, I missed that you were taking your armor off of yourself. I missed your description.
Even with the armor on, I mean,
yeah, but that's
fighting him is the dumbest thing I could
being
do
in this situation. Well, yeah, but you do that anyway, right? Like, you do that in a situation where you weren't.
Well, yeah, this is what he would do because this is his character, and he's this character. He has that move because he's this character.
Yeah, I suppose, but it still feels a little weird because this is what you did before you had this move.
What do you mean?
These are the kinds of things you didn't have more than a shield when you were fighting Inferno,
I know,
right?
I spent a doom point every single time to use it.
That might be true. I don't remember, but yeah, all right. So,
I used more than a shield
already. Yeah. So I think it's still a danger roll. So we can pull up the actual move
danger
here.
chart. I'm gonna obviously avoid dying. And I get to pick 2, right?
What? Avoid dying? Why would you do that?
Yeah. So you on a hit, you trade blows. So yeah, you get to pick 2. So resist or avoid their blows. Yeah, that's what he's going for.
And I mean, I'm taking something from him this time. So, right?
What are you taking from him?
Like, I'm shredding off shards of his mercury.
Pieces of his metal. Okay, yeah.
It's being absorbed.
Separating.
Carbon.
Trying to isolate and separate parts of him so he doesn't have as much to work with.
I did say that it's unclear how many boxes this guy has, but I'm just going to fill in one for now. You're resisting their blows, and I think that as he comes away, I think he's. What would make the most sense? I think you're drilling at his torso, probably, right?
Well, I thought our fists would collide.
Oh, so you're drilling with the carbon on your fist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
It's like floating ahead of it, but yeah.
Sure, right, Connor. Yeah. I've accurately displayed the proper amount of boxes for Bastion's fight here.
Oh. Oh, perfect. Oh, thank you. Yes.
I don't think that's how the rules do it. But,
12 conditions, Jared. Good luck.
That's just more opportunity for potential.
True.
Okay, so yeah, I think he pulls away his hand, and he's like his hand. I think maybe like he pulls it away, and it just like crumbles, and like just falls onto the ground, and he's like, "Ugh." And I think what he does is he rapidly transitions from solid to liquid, and like shoots above you, and then rapidly turns back into solid, and he comes down with like an axe kick on you. I think that's his villain move.
Oh, scary.
Fire Emblem has taught me that swords beat axes, so you just got to turn into a carbon sword and then you win.
Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem has taught me.
It also taught me that axes beat spears, so I'm a little bit dubious on the accuracy of that. But
yeah, I feel like axes beat. That's the last weapon that would beat us.
Well, so the reason that axes beat spears,
I guess it could like chop the wood.
Yeah, but I guess if the spear guy is really bad. But so yeah. the reason it's that way is because it's a weapon triangle, and something has to beat spears.
Right. Yeah.
The only thing that beats spears is bow and arrow.
Right. Yeah. That's true.
It's just it's a line. It's not a triangle. It's a line. It's just how far away can you get? Yeah.
Right.
Then you win.
Yeah. I think claymores were supposedly designed to sweep pikes aside. I don't know if that's actually accurate. I've heard that a bunch of times, but they don't have claymores. They just have swords, and they're bad against spears. So apparently,
that's at least true.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you respond to this?
I make a sword.
You make a what?
David has compelled me, and I make a sword to block.
So
you
Connor
make a sword to block his axe kick?
Connor described an axe kick. Are you saying that his leg turned into an axe, or just that he did a kick called an axe kick?
It's called an axe kick.
That's what I thought. I think Jared and David might have misunderstood something.
I thought it was a funny play on words.
Or you
intentionally an axe kick, but his foot also turns into an axe.
That is also what I imagined. Yes.
Oh no!
To be fair, you didn't say his foot turned into an axe, but he was kind of being liquid, and I was like, oh, an axe kick.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I was pretty sure that was what was happening.
That's funny.
But yeah, I'm still set on. I'm gonna roll defend and gonna just like materialize the drill into like a sword to block the axe kick.
Okay, that seems like a bad play. Yeah, but okay.
Obvious.
What symbol is that?
His axe kick.
It's gonna be defend. Fine. I'll do the practical thing and turn it into a shield.
Well, that seems like the smarter thing to do. I don't know.
Is it defend then, Connor? Is it?
Oh, yeah, it's defend. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Dang. Yeah, full hit.
Well,
Connor's like, darn it, I want to beat a bastion.
Man.
So you get to choose 2. I think, or maybe just 1. No, yeah, you choose 1 and a 10+.
Yeah.
I think you keep them safe, so that'd be you. And choose 1.
I'm just gonna clear another condition because I can't really give influence to myself because I'm protecting myself.
Right. Yeah.
And I physically can't use this amount of tea this episode.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna clear my last condition. He's just like in the zone. I think he's just like what's the saying, like clear eyes, whatever. What's that saying?
Oh yeah.
What?
I don't remember, but I know what you're talking about.
I have no idea.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It is fun to see the differences between our characters. Like Bastion is just like above and beyond the most powerful of the three of us, just by a long shot. Like in terms of his just raw power, I think.
Yeah, manipulation powers tend to be like that.
Yeah,
I feel like.
He also is the
clear
Doom
eyes,
playbook,
full heart,
like,
right.
Can't lose.
He's the Raven of the he's the powerhouse of the team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just funny because he's not even actually a Nova.
Right, not even
Yeah, but the doomed is pretty similar to the Nova. It's just like you're also cursed.
Right.
Yeah.
It's also more power. I think it's arguably more powerful because you get like half the Nova stuff as well as just any move that you want.
Unlimited powers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
maybe this will be something. Well, the trigger or like the narrative kick here for the Doomed playbook is this happening to you. You're doomed.
Yes. I was gonna ask about that in the after show. We should talk about Bastion's Doom stuff because this has been happening in the background. I know Jared's been marking stuff, but I'm curious how far along on that track you are. We should talk about that in the after show.
I'm very far.
Sure, yeah.
I figured,
he's
but
pretty far.
Yeah,
I've been holding back on the Doom.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 1, 5, 10, 15 potential or something. I don't know. We're after show.
Yeah.
I know there's like a bunch of other mechanics there that I'm not aware of that are going on, so we should talk about that later. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got clear eyes, full heart, can't lose.
Nice.
Nice.
So remind me, is Quantum Quill still around here? Or does she like run?
No, she's still around.
She's like behind Bastion at this point.
She's giving me science ideas.
I think she's. I've pictured it. Let me go to the.
She's the reason you switched to a shield.
Roll20 screen.
Huh?
From a sword.
Is there a reason you said?
No, she's the reason you switched to a shield.
Yeah. That and Connor nagging me.
Right. Well, that was the real reason. This is the narrative.
I pictured it like this on the screen there with them.
Oh, okay.
Because Bastion ran around the corner and saw Mercury with Quantum Quill, and then Mercury basically like grabbed her head and was like, "Scram, kid," and then went after Bastion. So that's how it technically is.
Yeah, you don't remember what I did when he had Quantum Quill hostage? That was like the best. That was like the best Bastion scenes.
You talking to me?
Caleb.
Oh yeah.
I remember that. I wasn't sure where we had ended with Quantum. Is like if she had actually run off or if she was still in the room.
Yeah, she's just chilling.
Yeah, she did call for him and was like, hey, use your activate your carbon. It'll absorb the mercury.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. All right, Bastion. What do you do next? You block his axe kick with your carbon shield,
bro.
And I think he probably just liquefies and like solidify, like does like a weird liquid backflip and reforms on the ground.
We got to get Alchemist in here.
All right. Let me know when it's the final move, because I know how I want to beat him. He's gonna try to like further push the branch of powers. He and Quill were working on the ice.
Oh, okay. Yep.
He's gonna attempt to make some dry ice.
Oh, okay.
Which is just frozen carbon dioxide.
Okay. Yep.
And he's gonna launch it at. Well, is that freak?
No, that would be danger because you don't inflict conditions with freak, right? You're changing things about the environment, extending your senses. Okay. So if you're attacking him, it's just always danger.
Yeah, it's like if you were creating the dry ice and that was like its own thing, it probably would be. But in this case, it's just to attack him, right?
Yeah.
So I think
he's going to like try and like focus and form it like the dry ice between his hands, and then just catapult it at him. I think I can get away with more than a shield for this, because if I mess up, he's just going to severely injure himself. Because the dry ice is like way colder than normal ice. Like if you touch it, you like get frostbite.
Are you forming it in your hands?
Well, he's like forming it in between and like trying to like condense it.
I'm not. I don't quite understand the word picture you made, but
he's like
he's coming at me high.
Yeah, I mean not really that, but
I mean I don't mean that it'll be like a laser, but you know how he compresses the ball in his hands, whatever, right?
Yeah.
He's
basically using his hands to like visualize pulling like all the carbon around and like forming it, connecting to 2 oxygen molecules, and then coming in between his hands and then freezing it. To do that, he has to like slow the molecular motion and then freeze it.
I'm going to say no to more than a shield. Instead, I think I want to do it this way. I think I want to have you roll freak to do this, and then roll danger to actually attack him with this. And
I was figuring this would be unleashing your powers, right? Like he
yes, but he can't inflict a condition with that, right? But I think if you succeed at the freak roll and the danger roll, you'd be inflicting 2 conditions against him, and he'd be out of the fight. That'd be how I want to spin it, because there'd be no reason for you to do this outside of it's cooler. So I'm gonna make this be because when you are doing danger, right? You're trading blows. This ought to be more powerful than you trading blows with just normal carbon attack. Oh, okay, 12. Yep. There it is.
All green for days.
Yeah.
Yep. So
this is where it's gonna suck. I've got my. Well, it looks like he's a little bit constipated because he's trying to like forcefully slow the molecular like vibration.
Nice.
So just forcefully stopping heat from existing.
Okay. Yep.
Because I mean that's what heat is like. The hotter something is, the faster it vibrates.
Yeah. So you just slow it down.
The slower. Yeah. And there's just like a it starts like smoking a little bit because dry ice smokes.
Yep. I think.
What?
Oh, sorry, that just got super loud there for a second. I think he, like as you're forming it, I think he has just like a stinky moment where he's just like, "What is going on? This looks really bad for me."
Well, yeah, to put rules behind it, I surprise, frighten, or whatever him.
Oh, sure,
part,
yeah.
Right?
With a freak.
That's danger, right?
That's part of danger.
Not yeah. Sorry,
yeah.
I thought I was part of unleash your powers.
Nope.
Oops. Right. Now I'm gonna roll a good old danger. Oh boy. So I get +1 from the situation from the game face. Yeah, game face.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have game face on. That's why you've been just rolling in 12s.
1. Oof.
Whoa. Are those double ones?
A 6 and a 1 and a -1.
Oh, because you're rolling danger.
Right.
Oh wow. Okay. You could use.
I'm gonna use a pool to make it a 7. Yeah.
Yep. Well, to make it a 7. Okay.
Yeah. I think she sees me like focusing and like pushing too hard, so I start vibrating it instead of cooling it.
Maybe it splinters, the dry splinters, and now she can control it.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's up to you. Do you want her to help you control it then, or do you want it to be like a?
This is the attack, right?
She helps you with the attack.
Yeah, I like that better.
She helps you with the attack.
Yeah, I think I just mess up and like heat it on accident, and it like shatters into like a million pieces, and then she just launches it at him.
Yeah, like it becomes unstable and just crash.
Yeah. So is it like, is she helping you with the blast, or does she end up taking control of it for you? I don't know how much credit she should feel.
Like 50-50.
Okay, yeah.
Is he spending a team then?
Yeah, he's spending a team.
So I got like 12, so may as well.
So you'll deal the last 2 conditions here. Are you just going to resist or avoid his blows?
Let's see what the other options are.
This just takes something from them, surprise or frighten them, right?
Yeah, I feel like that this is the winning blow, so there's not really any point to any of the other things besides impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition if there was a second guy, which there isn't.
That we know
clarify of. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think he just.
I think it's cool that because he's made of mercury. If he just freezes into a statue.
Is he gonna die? Is he dying right now?
Sure. Yeah. Or... Oh yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that what you want to happen? Yeah.
Oh, I mean, Bastion wouldn't hold back in this situation.
No. Yeah.
This is a do or die.
Marty's like, didn't we just talk about this? Stop killing people.
Yeah. Interestingly, Quantum Quill is 50% of this attack, apparently. So I'm curious, maybe she would have some impact on the lethality of the outcome.
No, I don't think so. I think it's yeah.
I was just curious.
I see this as you're shooting dry ice at him, right? Like condensed dry ice, and he is made of a liquid metal. And so I think the chemical reaction, I mean, you could say that it freezes him and he dies that way. I was just going to say that it just breaks down the particles of his being. And but I'm not, I don't know the chemical reaction, what that would actually look like.
I don't know how that one would work either. That one's beyond me.
It's whenever you don't know, they explode. Right.
There you go.
I think it's cooler if he freezes into a statue and then they can do research on.
I agree.
We'll eventually find the hero invincible research station.
Okay. No.
Where they take everyone we've beaten and we see their dissected corpses.
Animen.
Yeah. Dude, Cecil is the hero of that show. No one can convince me otherwise.
I still haven't seen the new season, but that's so from what I've heard of it, I agree.
Yeah.
You need to hurry up and watch that season so I can complain about the very last shot of the season.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, so just a quick ChatGPT ask. ChatGPT thinks that it would freeze him and solidify him and make him temporarily brittle or stiff.
Dang, so if you hit him,
man,
now,
if only this was the wood guy. So disappointed.
David.
If it was the wood guy, I'd be dead right now.
That's true.
David.
But the jokes would have been a lot funnier.
Yes.
Worth it as Bastion dies.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so what do you tell me? What do you want to be the result? What do you want to happen?
Oh yeah, I think freezing him into a statue, a steaming statue, would be cool.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. I think you do it. I think I'm going to be a little bit kind in terms of you just killed a guy, and I think we handle it like this. I think you guys are like, oh, is the fight over? And I think Quantum Quill goes over and is like, did we freeze him? Yeah, maybe reaches out to poke him. Maybe Bastion stops her. What are you doing? That's still Mercury.
And it's negative. I need to Google the temperature of dry ice again.
Well, yeah, it's
in the negatives.
So yeah, I think she's like, oh yeah, duh. And I think as that's happening, I think maybe Marty comes around the corner, right? And
negative 109 degrees.
Yeah, sounds a little chilly.
I think Marty comes around the corner and it's like, oh, what happened here?
Oh, just he's counting on his fingers. I've lost count of how many red level threats. When do these turn into stars?
So far, I think they've all turned into demerits.
Yeah, it's an unfair system.
Wait, what did you say, Bastion?
What did I say?
Yeah.
I
said it's just another red level threat. When do they start getting me good noodle stars?
I think Marty says, are you being serious right now? And I think he walks over and like takes a look at Mercury's like
he reaches out to touch it too, and I'm just like, no, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, I think he reaches out with his gun to poke it, right?
Yeah.
And you still stop him. And he says, I mean, this couldn't have been a red level threat, could it?
I mean, you took it out. It's not a red level threat, right?
Roasted.
I think he's just like, well, either way, good work. Both of you probably get back for the next round. I think that since he's clearly beaten, probably just keep this on the down low. We're trying to keep this whole tournament thing, good publicity, not bad publicity.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen when he thaws.
Yeah, we'll I'll take it from here. And I think he pulls out his phone and he starts calling somebody. What did you say?
Yeah, I said shoots it repeatedly.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe he does. Maybe he does just like he's like, don't worry. As soon as you guys step away, I'll just shoot it in the head. Just for good measure.
Threading something onto the end of his gun.
He's like,
don't want anybody to hear this.
yeah, put the silencer on, yeah.
Yeah.
Does he have the death gun?
Yeah, his deagle's golden. It's a one-shot kill.
Let's go. Is that Marty's power? He just has a gun that kills you.
Yeah, he was lying when he was doing the paper telekinesis. He was actually just blowing on it. His real power is insta kill death gun.
Yeah,
that's why he didn't want you to take
Invincible called.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember.
David, that's why he didn't let Leftwing take his gun in the first second episode.
Right.
He was like, no.
Infinity Ray up. Yep, the Infinity Ray. There you go. It's Marty's real power.
I think we get to this one's for you, David. I think we get back to the booth, and we're both just like trying to hide the fact that we're like panting and sweating and like
yeah. Both of you are disheveled.
Nice. Yeah, I guess I look at you, I'm like, hey, did you see my fight? Are you all right?
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So,
everything's good.
Had a hard time squeezing it out.
You did great. That was the best fight of the event so far.
Yeah. Nice. All right. And I guess this is Mist is still fight, or is Mist's fight over now?
I think Mist's fight is over. I think you guys are ready to go straight into it. And I think what was round 2? Round 2 starts Alchemist versus Bastion, I think, because that's just alphabetical order. So as long as it's just funny to you, yeah.
No.
As long as it's funny to you, otherwise we could do a different person because
mechanically, it doesn't affect me. But if we want someone else to have a scene, just
yeah, it's up to you guys. Was that fun enough that you're like fine if you?
It's kind of funny, yeah.
Still waiting. Okay, all right, yeah, I think it's funny. Go for it. Alchemist versus Bastion. Go straight out into the field.
Bastion just groans.
So I think I was sitting by Leftwing last we left off because I was just hanging out in the crowd as well, right?
Right.
So I think maybe like when Bastion like leaves, I squint and like look over at Quantum Quill and I'm like, Quantum, what were you two doing back there? And like I think for Palladium's perspective, he's asking it completely innocently, but like obviously the way it's said is
yeah.
You're asking Quantum Quill?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. She says, we
Wait, you guys are back there together?
They walked in together. I just
to the bathroom and it took a while.
Oh, it did, huh? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I think she just like super blushes and is just like, dang you, Marty. and then just like sits down.
Now I'm super confused.
Here's the mask. pierce the mask.
Yeah, you could do pierce the mask.
I guess so.
I can't wait to fail this. So that
if you fail, you definitely think they were making out.
I'll help you if you fail, Leffling.
I want to fail. All right, here we go.
I think one person can roll.
Well, no, I could give. Like, he could spend team.
Yeah.
You've got team you can spend.
Yeah.
Wait.
I could use it on anything else.
Hold on.
Well, okay, hold up though. Just decide whether or not you think it's cool or funny, because you failing here isn't actually a consequence, right? Like it's just a funny thing. But it's not like.
That's true. That's fine. Yeah.
I mean, you can
just decide whatever you want.
That just means you'd have to come up with the consequence.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think as it stands, the plan is to interrogate Bastion about this when he gets back.
That makes sense.
Standing orders.
Yeah,
I like it. Okay. The standing orders are to interrogate Bastion when he returns. Okay. All right. So, you and Alchemist go out into the field. Your modifier is carbon.
No.
Oh, what is yours?
Carbon monoxide.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Is that allowed? Wouldn't that
I don't
be a
know
threat
if that's
to
allowed.
the people in the stands?
There's a couple of things. Yeah, it depends on how much carbon. If it's enough carbon monoxide that it could potentially.
Is there some kind of like?
Is it like a solid or liquid form of carbon monoxide?
Is there some kind of like protection around the like a dome, like a glass dome or something? Because I feel like if it's just open air, a stray shot could kill someone in the crowd.
Yeah, well, they probably have something, but
I don't.
Logistically, there's protection. We're just assuming there's protection. I'm not going to make a decision.
It's only 99.9%.
Like that wasn't good enough. Well, yeah. I think the point is, we don't have access to the kills 100% of germs.
Right. Germs wasn't what I was going for, but yeah.
I mean, it is kind of important what it is for my.
It's a force field.
Right. Well, here's the point. If it's enough carbon monoxide that it could hurt somebody, I think they would just be like, no, you can't have a it'd be like lava, right? Like you can't just have a lethal.
Yeah. Like, they would probably just do carbon dioxide. Just probably have vents, right?
Or you could have a like very small contained amount that would be really tricky and hard to actually use effectively. Yeah. I'm not sure.
I mean, it's cool.
And also, I guess also
118 different,
right?
What?
No. Alchemist does not have 118 different elements. No. She has various elements that manifests in a particular way, but it's not each and every element on the arena.
Maybe they just have dry ice in the field because that's a solid form of carbon dioxide. So I mean, it's close. Maybe I don't know. Does carbon monoxide have a different?
I don't know what
carbon monoxide is explosive.
Well, I mean, you can freeze explosive things.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. I guess I don't see why would you want to freeze it?
Let's see. It's incredibly toxic. Yeah, I got that part.
Okay, well, whatever. It doesn't matter. We're going on a tangent here. None of this might even matter because of one huge oversight that you've made.
What's my oversight?
Well, you'll find out when I kill her in 2 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So is there just like pipes pumping it in, or
what is your answer? What's your answer to the question?
What was my question?
The modifier. What is your actual answer? Is it carbon monoxide?
I think that's what he'd put to try and be cheeky.
I don't know what I guess, is there a feasible way that Architect could actually make that? Because all he can do is
he has pipes. Just make a pipe in and have.
Right, but they would have to bring carbon monoxide in a pipe to this location, right? he can't just create it.
Yeah, they'd have to have the material. I still think it might make more sense for them to just do carbon dioxide as an interpretation of it.
I think I'm okay with that.
It's as useful for you in magic power sense, right?
I mean, and it's I could easily change it.
True.
Once it's in here,
You can manipulate it. So.
Yeah. Just shake off one oxygen molecule.
I'm sure that wouldn't have any kind of physics ramifications.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done. I've done some research into this, but
it's magic. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Bastian, I think it would still be funny if as you guys. Well, no, I think we had a different funny instead. I had written something out that I thought would have been funny, but we're going to leave it as this. Keep in mind, you actually don't know what alchemist can do.
Yeah.
Okay. Other than that,
Jared doesn't even remember what she can do other than specifically.
Yeah. Okay. Other than make the carbon explode.
She can change one element into a different. I don't remember the trick behind it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She has a condition, but I don't remember.
They have to be close on the periodic table, I think, adjacent.
Okay.
But she also has a slingshot that shoots like grenades, just so in case you forgot about that.
Yeah.
I thought she had a rocket launcher.
Basically.
So she has a slingshot that she can change. She just carries carbon balls with her, and she changes those into nitrogen, and then shoots them at people.
Okay, so never mind then. I won't kill her in half of a second. I thought that was the oversight you made.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Because if she had anything with gunpowder or any kind of normal explosion based thing, I'd just be like, I explode the gunpowder.
Oh,
she dies instantly.
Okay, so I forgot what we were waiting for. I'm trying to actually describe what the thing is. So yeah, I think there's a vent of carbon dioxide in the center of the room, in the center of the place, just kind of like it was for like mist. And then the rest of the space is mostly flat with like just various different bins of elements in them.
Okay.
They're scattered throughout. It's not like favoring one side or the other.
Yeah.
Apparently nitrogen isn't explosive in its basic form.
Correct. But I had to deal with this. She can also nitrogen explodes when it is unstable, and she can decay the element that she also controls or is changing.
That's cool.
She says mean things to it and becomes unstable.
Yeah.
That's funny. Like that.
Okay. And start.
I think he's talking to somebody.
Sorry, it's going to be loud for like 10 seconds.
And in this corner.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's be the announcers for Connor while he's.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. No. You guys are across from each other, and Duplicity starts to fight. I don't think Alchemist says anything to you. I think, but she looks determined. She looks determined to win.
Good luck. Sorry, I didn't pick you for the lab run.
Okay. Okay. So as soon as it starts, she changes one of her carbon balls to nitrogen and shoots it at you. What's the first thing that you do?
That's all she does.
Yes.
All right. I will.
Well, I'm sorry. You don't have to necessarily be. That's not like a villain move. They're like, okay, now you have to react to that.
That's just what
I'm saying. That's what's the first thing she tries to do? So like when it starts, so you can describe whatever you want to describe. I'm just saying that's what she starts to do.
He coats the bottom. Oh wait, he just floats up. I'm wearing carbon armor. Yeah, I just float up. I'm like, can't touch because she has to touch the thing to turn it, right?
Well, so she shoots it, and I guess she decays it and then shoots it. I don't know. That sounds dangerous. But
she's firing an explosive slingshot ball at you. That's essentially what's happening.
Well, yeah, but if she wants to change my carbon, she has to touch it.
Right, but I think she's just trying to blow it up with a bomb.
Yeah, she's just trying to explode you.
Oh yeah, no, for now. But for now, I'm just flying. I'm like, how are you going to change my carbon now?
But you can aim up, right? Just into the bomb.
Defend.
No, I guess roll freak because you're trying to change, reshape your environment, right?
Yeah, to get above everything, so you have the advantage there. Yeah.
Okay, that works.
Give me a kiss.
That's 13.
This is the
really?
Bastion wins every roll show.
Unbelievable. Yeah,
my last roll was a 6.
Your mic is absolutely blasting now, Connor.
Yep, sorry. Yeah, I'm turning it back down. I think it's because my head was slightly turned this way, so my mic was like, crank it.
We can't hear him. Turn it up.
Yeah. If it's not 100% volume, my computer doesn't like it.
He's super loud now. Leave it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. A slingshot ball flies underneath you and crashes off to the side, and you float above her and say, how are you going to change my carbon now? I think she just pulls out another slingshot ball and aims, right? What's kind of your goal here? Are you just trying to evade?
Let me know if this takes 2 rolls, but he just wants to distract her by taunting her and slowly just fill the area around her with carbon monoxide until she dies.
Brutal.
Yeah, I think
because feasibly, I don't really know how our power works, but feasibly it's tasteless, smellless, and
odorless,
incredibly poisonous and explosive.
Oh yeah, that might be a problem. If you fill the area with carbon monoxide and it's
not around me, it's going to be around her. So unless
you'd be trying to condense it around her.
He fills the arena with carbon monoxide, and then everyone just starts teleporting out. All the people.
I thought you said it wasn't a ton.
Correct, just not a ton. Yeah. But I'm trying to think that through because it's
he's just trying to airbend it. He's airbending suffocating carbon monoxide bubble around
a sphere around her. Yeah.
Yeah. I think this would be 1 freak roll. I think I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, to reshape the environment.
Yes. Another full hit. Okay, so I'll describe a little bit here. Oh, sorry, I'm sure. Oh no, okay, we're good. So she is just shooting off some slingshot balls at you, right? And she's you're not attacking her or doing anything. She's just standing in one
floating,
place, right?
but in kind of in a laying down position, just taunting her while dodging the balls.
Yep. And she is just trying to get a good shot at you, and it's a couple of times she comes really close to hitting you because she's guessing where you're going to be. Mm-hmm. And then she looks like she's running out, or maybe has just 2 or 3 left of her carbon balls in her satchel or whatever, and she starts to cough, and then she goes and smiles, and she says, I thought it was curious what your arena modifier was. And she kneels down like she did with in her fight with Shorty, and she goes and slams her fist into the ground, and everything in the arena changes element from one piece, as a chain reaction, and that includes your carbon dioxide. It just changes an element, and you stop sensing it.
Monoxide, but yeah.
No, it's dioxide. We specifically said
I changed it to monoxide, though.
Yeah,
you changed it to monoxide.
Yeah,
carbon dioxide is just.
Carbon dioxide is just a slightly less deadly. Well, a lot less deadly.
Yeah.
carbon monoxide.
Yeah. So either way, yeah.
Yeah.
She just changes it, and so you just lose control of it, and whatever it is, it
does
blows
that
away in the
include?
breeze.
Does that include what's in her lungs?
I don't know, but I don't think I need to answer it for her to be fine, right? Obviously, if she breathed in enough that would kill her or seriously injure, the 4 pulse would just be like, oh, got to pull her out. So she notices fast enough that and you have to give her some credit. She says literally her entire power is revolved around science, and there's carbon dioxide in the area. She knows what carbon dioxide is, so
I'm not trying to say I'm killing her with one move.
Sure, yeah.
That's the whole point of him trying to distract her, so he could get away with it.
Yeah, but that seems like
no. I'm not arguing rules.
He's just saying that's what Bastion was doing just there.
Right, yeah.
He wasn't just being a douche for douche sake.
Sure, yeah.
What element does it turn into?
What element does what turn into?
The carbon.
I have to pull that up.
Pulling up the periodic table here.
Yes, isn't it nitrogen? Doesn't carbon turn into nitrogen?
So she can change it forward and backwards.
Oh, okay. I didn't actually know that.
So boron or nitrogen?
Yeah, so she probably changes it to boron.
Now we're going to have to look up all the stuff about boron.
Yeah, what does boron do again? It still sounds like something we shouldn't be breathing.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's worse.
Yep.
It ignites spontaneously in air.
I'm assuming she doesn't do that one.
It's funny.
Is she suicide bombing, Connor?
No. So here's the thing. So the way in which I am. Well, okay, yeah, I guess.
I think she just change it. Just change it in
one way or the other. Yeah, she could just change it to nitrogen instead.
78% of the Earth's atmosphere is nitrogen. It's not.
You're condensing the air around her, right? You're air bending. As soon as you lose control of it, it just blows away with the breeze. So even if it was boron,
if it was boron, it would ignite instantly and explode.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, she for sure just
changes to nitrogen and then it blows away.
Okay, a good call.
Fascinating.
That's such a cool power.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, dude. Man. I'm upset.
Yep.
I'm upset.
Dude, I made this character specifically for you.
It's beautiful.
Right, what's your plan now, Jerry Bear?
I was like, oh, dang it. That's so cool.
We see Quantum Quill shifting nervously in the stands, like he thinks her power's cool. But we just got that guy together.
Like he floats most of the way down, and then Tony Stark just comes out of his suit. Bastion.
You said Alphonse.
You said
Alphonse. Gosh darn it.
We're not used to late night RPG sessions. It's early mornings.
Bastion kind of just steps out of his carbon armor and leaves it floating in the air, and he just bum rushes her with his fist.
Wait, say that again.
He jumps out of
your carbon in the air,
and he just attacks.
And he just bum rushes her with martial arts.
Nice. Okay, yeah.
I mean, can she change the chemical components of my skin?
I guess
I assume if she tried and it would kill Bastion, she would just be teleported away, right?
Well, he's going to avoid her hands because she's touched everything thus
far. Of course, yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to use more than a shield for this because this is dangerous.
Sure. Yep.
Makes sense.
Should I roll provoke to see if she's surprised by my beautiful body?
No, absolutely not. I knew exactly what you were going to say.
It's kind of cold in here.
You said you left your armor, not your clothes.
Usually when it's cold, I think you're supposed to shrink. I think it's less important.
Oh yeah, he's just wearing boxers under the armor.
Yeah.
So you've said that multiple times. We just established that you're just wearing clothes and that your clothes aren't made of carbon because it's just weird for you to be in your boxers all the time.
Yeah.
But you have mentioned this multiple times.
I just keep saying it until it's true.
So the fans might have headcanon about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm rolling the savior.
I mean, assuming it's slightly problematic to have a teenager be in their boxers on national television,
especially for the live action adaptation.
He's not naked; he's just shirtless to distract.
Yeah,
and it's cool. Yeah, it's not like he's going to show anything.
So, of course, you have used your martial arts and successfully directly engaged the threat. Right. So, you pick two. So I assume you're resisting or avoiding their blows, because if not, she's exploding you with a nitrogen ball.
Yeah.
Okay. And then take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I can't really do that. Impress, surprise, or frighten doesn't really do anything, does it?
It's a narrative trigger, right? So frightening somebody, like you did this with Rockfist that one time, and he was too stunned to like try and break down your wall. It gives you guys the opportunity to escape.
Yeah. And you said that was her last carbon ball?
No, but she's running low.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just take the rest of her balls.
Okay. Yeah. So they're still carbon, and you pull them away from her. Maybe you just add it to your floating carbon up above.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And in what way do you inflict your blow on her?
I just kind of like do an uppercut.
Uppercut. Okay. Yeah. Yep. So you straight up just like uppercut martial arts, and she like knocks her. You get knocked down. What's that?
A Shoryuken.
She falls to the ground by the impact of the blow, and
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you feel guilty for hitting a girl?
Well, in this way.
Yeah, yeah.
Stalking someone in the face.
Yeah,
this isn't usually his. This isn't usually his style.
Okay, so I think the villain move here, you definitely are going to. Yeah, you definitely inflicting a condition here, right? Just one though. You're not like carbon exploding her or anything like that.
Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, not to shorten this fight, because I think this fight is really interesting, but I feel like you should have a condition marked for doing the monoxide thing. I feel like that had to have inflicted some sort of damage
to her.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, breathing in carbon monoxide is.
Yeah. I feel like I have to give you something with that.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I think her villain move here is, let me find something interesting for her to maybe fall.
What is the floor made out of?
Oh, that's a good point. Let me think about that. What would be most interesting for her to?
It's hard because most floors are made out of multiple different elements.
Right. Yeah.
Is it marble or like sandstone?
I think it's just metal, right? It can be maybe part of the her arena modifier. No, because that's too good for her, right? Maybe let's do titanium, maybe, or actually, let me think. Maybe just iron. Yeah, because that seems. I'm trying to think of like what is the like least helpful one for the floor to be made out of, because she gets all sorts of other elements that she can use. So we'll just say it's a metal where there's just a metal on either side that doesn't do anything particularly special. I'm not sure if that is iron,
but like tiles on top or something.
Sure, yeah, maybe that. But I think what she lands on to for her villain move here is is some sodium, and she changes the sodium to magnesium and creates a flashbang effect.
Oh, okay, well, that's interesting. So can she heat it up like I do?
Yeah, she can do all sorts of different things to the elements. Yeah, to say yeah, that might be what she's doing right now. It's unclear.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got super loud again. And she like flashbangs you, and then I think she
Whoa. On live television.
I think you can't see for a moment. And she grabs a piece of carbon that, or no, because it would be something else, right? It would have been a piece of boron, probably, because there was been a carbon bin on the floor. She would have changed it to boron, and she then changes it back to carbon and then into nitrogen, and is firing it at you right as you regain your vision. I think I want to have you roll to take a powerful blow to see if you weather this or not.
No.
Kind of a combination of clever and circumstance.
Yeah. Let's go.
Miss. Yep. You just weather the blow.
Potential.
Unreal. Yep. And you get potential.
Nice.
He just does like the
Absolutely
Neo
unreal.
Matrix thing, just
nice
underneath it. I think he stumbles back afterward. It's not it's not smooth.
Okay. Yep. And then she's got one condition left. I don't know if you have something special in mind as what you want to try and to finish off the fight.
He's gonna turn the carbon that he's been hovering in the air. He's gonna try and do the opposite of what he did with ice and heat it up.
Okay. Yeah.
It's red hot armor. He's gonna turn it into spikes and rain it down on her while she's focused.
Holy cow!
Yeah. I mean, she can't die.
Maybe that's what you were doing while your eyes were while you were blinded. You maybe half unconsciously and half consciously heated up the carbon, and then rain it down on her. Go ahead and I think just roll danger. Or let's have you do the same thing as you did before. Let's have you roll freak and then danger.
Oh, okay. Freak. So is this opening access to heat power for that, or is that what we've been doing?
So not necessarily. I mean, it can be as slow or as gradual or as fast paced as you think is the most fun to you.
Yeah, I just thought we've been for when we're learning something new, we've been doing that. But.
As in rolling for it.
When we learn something, try something different, we roll freak to see if we're actually capable of doing it. And then afterwards,
yes and no.
You kind of learn it per se.
Yeah. I mean, I think so. Yeah, I guess with those types of things, I've been giving situational minuses to stretch your powers in new and unique ways. Okay. I didn't do that this time with the ice. I don't feel like I need to with this one either.
Yeah.
But
we've set it up a couple times.
Yeah. I feel like this is a natural progression of where this is coming from, specifically just because you're friends with Quantum Quill, right? And you're also seeing Alchemist do these things.
Yeah.
And Rockfist Rockfist turned himself into lava. Okay, yep, full hit. There you go.
Rockfist was so cool.
Yeah.
He's got big fists and he can turn them into rock.
Yeah.
And lava.
Yeah.
Lava.
So yeah, while you were being blinded
Rock
there,
lava.
you superheated the carbon, and now roll danger to see if you get her with it.
I do more than a shield since I'm still naked and raining molten metal on or molten carbon on potentially both of us.
I would say no, because you described yourself as doing this in a like specific controlled fashion. I don't think being naked necessarily adds anything to the danger of the situation.
Thing that's mostly making it.
But that's also not a choice, right? Like more than a shield is going headlong into danger without regard for your safety.
Yeah.
It's not that you're not regarding your safety. You're not.
Well, I think the idea is that he's still
right?
attacking even though he's not in a safe position, right?
But you are, right? You just weathered a blow.
Well,
you dodged
if I fail this, I get. The thing is, I would get.
Well, but if you fail anything, you're put in potentially danger in a fight, right?
Well, yeah. This puts like an extra danger stipulation.
Right.
All right. You know what, Jared? Okay. Here's the situation. If you want this to be more than a shield, if you fail, you lose the fight.
I don't take another powerful blow. I don't have any conditions.
No, I think if you pour molten, no, I just not molten. It's not actually that superheated, but yeah, if you're trying to put yourself in danger, I don't think they would allow you to rain down heated carbon on your own body. I think they would pull you out for that. I think you would be scarred from that.
Yeah. All right. I'll do danger.
That's what I thought. I mean, like, it's also like it's silly to think that you would somehow purposefully put yourself in danger with your own elemental attack, right? Like,
yeah, you're right.
It's not like it's not like the heat is
Let's
out
go!
of control. Oh wow!
I was like, why is he excited? He had a fight, but you.
Oh man! So what happens here? I think okay. Can we do something funny? Can we say that by the time it gets to her, it's just ash? You just like burn it all up.
Yeah, that's funny.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I think what the situation now is you're out of carbon.
Well, they trade blows first, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Good point.
So she's still just out then?
Well, hold on. So
on a miss,
hit trade blows. I'm sorry.
On a hit trade blows. Yeah.
Okay.
So on a miss, I think your carbon
just out of carbon
disintegrates before it gets to her, and I think maybe we get a shot of Quantum Quill like from the box as she's like just seeing this happen. Palming. Well, I think as you were heating it, she's like, oh yes, Bastian, yes, do it. You're doing great. Keep going. And then it like gets close to her, and she's like, oh, not that hot.
I think since he's blind, he thinks he won too. So he's just standing there triumphantly. And then he looks, and she's still there, like, oh, crap.
Yeah, I think let me think of something more interesting as well for
Bastian failed a roll.
She does next.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not good at danger.
I think what she does is like by the time you realize the fight isn't over, she's over to another bin of silicon, and she changes it to phosphorus, picks up the bin, and just like throws it at you. Just like spreads the phosphorus like as a like in Lion King when Scar has that like burning ash that he like kicks into Simba's face. That's what she's doing with phosphorus.
And what is she doing?
She's spraying phosphorus at you.
Oh,
is it what form is it? I don't know if that what would that do?
Isn't that like highly flammable?
That's white phosphorus.
Right. There's different kinds.
It's like a military weapon. Is white phosphorus.
All elemental forms of phosphorus are highly reactive and are therefore never found in dots. Hold on. What was this? Are never found in nature. They can nevertheless be prepared artificially. The two most common are white and red.
Okay, we'll make it even more dangerous. There's a basket full of mercury, and she shifts it to thallium, and then picks up the bin and like throws the contents at you.
Known for its toxicity. Doesn't tell me very much.
Basically, a toxic,
kind of acid, right?
Toxic acid, yeah.
This says it's a metal. Maybe I spelled it wrong.
Either way, it's toxic. I think is what we're saying.
Yeah.
It's a soft, heavy, inelastic metal.
There you go.
Weird.
Is she trying to get into like liquid or gas or?
Maybe she liquefies it as she's spraying it at you. Yeah, that makes the most sense, I suppose.
Okay. Huh. I've never been in this situation before.
I've never had a girl throw liquid thallium at me before during a superhero tournament.
In my underwear.
So we get like the screen pauses, right? And it's like, so there I was. No, I'm sure you're wondering how I got myself into this situation. Let me start at the beginning.
Right. So since she's a carbon-based life,
I hate it when you start sentences like that.
No, that's like end game level powers. It's just ripping the carbon from their body like Magneto in X-Men.
That's like after that's like post show level. Yeah. Like I don't think I'll ever let you do that.
Man. I can't really do anything cool. I'm just gonna dodge.
That was one of my favorite quotes of the whole game so far. I hate it when you start sentences like that.
I think I'm going to have you roll Savior then, and I'm going to have you take a -1 to rolling it.
Okay. I mean, what if I just tank it and charge her? But I have to roll to take a powerful blow?
No, if you take it, I think I'd have you just take 2 conditions.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll dodge it. I'll dive behind. I'll try to like dive behind another like barrel.
Like you've set yourself up to be in a particularly sensitive situation already, and then like taking an explosion with your carbon makes sense to roll to take a powerful blow. But like
I was mostly.
Okay, yeah.
I dive behind another barrel of elements.
Hopefully, it will not react to thallium.
Well, we'll find out. Go ahead and roll Savior with the -1 situational.
Oh, -1. Yeah, let's go, baby.
Okay, wow, that's like seriously incredible.
What element is it?
Nice.
What element?
Yeah, am I hiding behind?
I don't know. Maybe this is the phosphorus and it lights on fire.
Wait, what? No, it's supposed to be a good thing.
Well, you're hiding behind it, but now you've got an opportunity, right? Well, I suppose. Well, why don't you pick defend? You on a 10+ you pick 1, right? Clear condition. Oh, there's not. I'm thinking directly engage a threat. Options.
Defend.
Yeah, you really can only clear a condition with defend.
I don't have any conditions.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
I've been rolling defend so much.
Yeah.
Defend is the most overpowered one, I think.
Yeah, I think Savior is probably the best stat in the game because not only is it really good for defend, you can also do most other things with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but like you can get moves that allow you to do other things with it, right? Like you can do that with most stats, but most stats can't heal you.
Yeah.
And also be used to attack, right? Like there isn't any ability that allows you to do that with danger, right? Or anything else.
Yeah, I feel like I went too easy on you.
Well, no, it's just the nature of the stat, right? It's just a cracked stat in this game. That's how it works.
That's why I focus on it.
Phosphorus?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, playbooks. Some playbooks are good at it.
I was thinking it'd be interesting for you to like it starts a chemical reaction that then you can take advantage of. But if that doesn't sound,
that's why I'm trying to. No.
Oh, okay.
This is what I was planning from the beginning. I thought you were saying I was not gonna die from the.
Oh no! I think it lights on fire, but it's in a contained bin, right?
Mm-hmm. Can she go up on the periodic table, or is it just side to side?
It's just side to side.
Okay.
It's in terms of numbers. Yeah.
Atomic
right. Yep. And she could also subtract one, but she could only move one away at a time. So like if she changes the carbon into boron, she'd have to change it back into carbon before she could change it into nitrogen, but she can't change it beyond that.
Yeah. My long-term goal was to try and get her to like trick her into putting something back into carbon. But
sure, yeah.
Phosphorus is too far. But yeah, I'll just basically do what she did and throw the barrel of burning phosphorus at her.
Yeah. I think just
two can play at this game.
I think just roll danger. I mean, I don't really know what else this is.
I mean, this is pretty engaging a threat without regard to my own safety. Handling burning white phosphorus. Half naked with no carbon.
Again, this is kind of just like out of necessity. Unless somebody thinks I'm being unfair.
Nah, don't let Jared get away with it this time.
I'm fine with prolonging the fight.
He needs to fail.
Yeah, I think go ahead and roll danger.
Oh yeah, no, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. Let's go.
Holy potential. Cow. I think you pick up the burning hot metal container that's holding this phosphorus and burn your hands. Take a condition.
Let's go. And can it dump everywhere?
Sure. Yeah. You're just like surrounded by fire. Yeah.
Two can play that game. Oh my gosh!
I think Alchemist then gets her hand on another carbon ball and
wait, she still has carbon balls?
So there is carbon. Oh, right. No, I decided there was boron. Yeah, it was boron that she had changed. So there was carbon on the field. She changed that to boron. Yeah. And now she is grabbing another piece of that to change that all the way back into nitrogen.
Do I have time to try
let me see. Let me see if there's a.
I don't know if she would do that.
I had a couple of things written down.
Okay. Yeah, because I could like potentially steal that. I think she'd be trying to stay as far away from carbon as she can.
What could she do with the fire?
I mean, fire's not really an element. It's combustion. She could change the phosphorus into something, and then whatever the reaction.
She could change the burning elements and stop the chemical reaction or change it into something else.
Yeah, but I don't know why she can't
change an element after she changes it.
No, she can't. She can only change it one. So she changes she can't. So carbon, when she changes the carbon, it's still it's like the identity
cognitive realm.
The cognitive realm. It still is technically carbon. It's just shifted now into boron.
So she couldn't
change farther than that.
The phosphorus any other direction except back to what it was.
Correct. But then she could change that back one. Because she can change it only 1 degree. Yeah. I don't think I have any. I don't think I have enough knowledge of the different chemical reactions to come up with something more interesting.
It could only turn into sulfur or silicone for the fire.
Right. So yeah, I don't think she does anything with that. I think I guess she could just like, you know what? I'm gonna say
shoot a nitrogen ball at the fire.
Yeah. She just shoots a nitrogen ball at the fire. Right. Just create a giant explosion. So that's what she's attempting to do. I'm going to give you the if you can't resolve this, definitely going to have you roll to take a powerful blow again.
Yeah.
But I'm going to see if you have a clever way to like.
I mean, Connor, in all fairness, he did just fail a roll. You can just make a move here and have him have to take a powerful blow.
Well, I did. I made him take a condition.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Man.
Yeah, I'm running out of ideas. This fight is super interesting, but you have to escalate interesting. It can't be less interesting anymore.
That's why I'm struggling to just figure something out instead of just being cheap. Like he just digs deep and like pulls carbon from like the earth.
How much carbon do you have to work with right now?
Zero. Zilch.
Well, I mean, there's still, emergency stuff I could pull on.
There's still carbon dioxide technically coming from that vent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my thought was if you can gather enough carbon, make like a wall of carbon that like or like a curved wall that would shape the blast back towards her.
Wait, better idea. I'm going to like with one like final like sliver of carbon that he's gonna, if he can get that from like the vent. Like is there enough to get like one like spear?
Maybe if you succeed at a roll, maybe if you roll
like a freak roll.
Yeah, to like you've been this whole time trying to gather just a little bit of carbon, and maybe you get like just a sliver's worth.
Like a spear's.
A spear's worth?
Or like, like a spear, but like
maybe the size of a finger.
Like a needle.
Like a stalagmite.
Yeah. A small stalagmite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll roll freak for that.
Okay.
The equivalent of like a big hospital needle.
Yeah.
Freak. Yeah.
Incredible.
Ow. Okay. Yep. What are you gonna do with this little stalagmite?
He's gonna coat it through the burning phosphorus and then just like launch it at her eye, essentially.
Just a little burning stalagmite.
So that way, if she changes it to either, so no matter what she changes it, if she can change it, it'll explode.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. She does have to touch it before she can change it, unless it's a part of it touches something she's changing.
Like she could like stick a hand up
change reactions, but yeah.
She would like catch it or like block it with her hand or arm instead of her face.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Roll danger.
Let's go, baby. Come on.
You want to fail again, don't you?
I mean, I've gotten so much potential this session. I might level up.
Amazing. And so, Jared, your thought here is that this is happening as the explosion is going off. So if it's going to hit her and explode, if she tries to change it.
If she changes it, that's why I'm like putting it through the burning phosphorus, so it's on fire.
Right.
So if she
changes it, so if she tries to change it to boron or to nitrogen, yeah, you're right.
It'll explode. Yeah. All right.
What are you doing about the explosion though? That's happening in front of you.
Well, he kind of said that
it hasn't happened yet.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I might just lose here.
She's aiming.
Right.
I mean, is this more than a shield?
No.
No.
This is very clever.
Yeah. This is the least more than a shield move you've made the entire game.
Mm-hmm. Let's bring up the Bastion moves.
Jared's realized that his luck has probably run out.
I've realized I do need dangers. until I get my adult move where you can just use freak to actually attack people.
Yeah. Then we're gonna get to argue about what wielding your powers with grace and precision means every single time you want to do it. That's super vague.
I'm going to use the Doom track.
Wait, say that again, David.
He wants to use his once he gets an adult move, it lets you use your powers with grace and precision, and you can deal damage with it. It's basically like being able to deal damage with freak. The problem is that the trigger use your powers with grace and precision means literally nothing, and it's awful.
Yeah.
So I was also looking at the same move, and I was like, this is either going to be really good or I'm never going to use it, depending on how Connor decides this means, because this is and not like because you have nothing to go on with that.
You know what we would do? We would do it like this. When you use your powers in a narratively impactful way towards the climax of a fight.
No, it isn't that always. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna use a doom track.
Okay.
Okay.
Did Jerry just realize how far he was on the doom track?
Oh yeah, this fills up one of the tracks, so I'm back to 0. Okay, this is so stupid. All right,
No.
I'm marking coming for you. When you mark a condition, take +1 forward against the person you blame for causing it. I filled up my doom track, so I unlocked mark your doom track to use an adult move 1 time. So I'm going to spend another one to use my powers with precision and grace.
That does sound like what he's doing here. I actually really like that.
That's cool.
Okay. All right, go for it.
So I'm using freak instead of to attack her.
Okay. Yep.
And that's a +1. Hiya! 15, baby, let's go.
Incredible. Wow.
Nice.
Critical hit. You hit her in the eyeball. She dies. No, I'm just kidding. She dies and then explodes. No, she teleports away. I thought it would be funny if in the if in the show version of this, it's like the ending of Twilight, where every time you actually see how they would have died, but then like instead they just teleport. So like you get to see the satisfying like gruesome death first, and then it's like, well, I suppose it's the satisfying connect of the actual like blow, but then also you see like a gruesome death of how this friend would actually have died.
Nice.
I'd like to think that like because Jared got so high, 4-Pulse just cannot keep up with it, and she just dies because it's just too quick. It's too good. And then Bastion has trauma.
Dude, Bastion's got enough trauma. Leave him alone.
No, that was really cool.
Okay, yeah, Bastion wins. I think we will.
I think it's cool if the needle, if she does manage to change it, and then it explodes anyway, so it shows the Bastion's a smart.
So if she would change it, that means that she caught it with her hand, right? Which means they would teleport her anyway.
Oh,
well, she probably reaches to grab that.
Yeah, she
right?
goes to grab it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that would be.
I like to think that maybe it should be like the needle just touches the tip of her skin, and she does change it the moment before she teleports, and then there's a giant explosion right where she was.
I mean,
that'd be pretty ballsy timing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, funny. I don't think they do that, but
she has
be
more
really
than
cool.
a shield.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, they let me take multiple explosions and burning phosphorus. I think they'd let her take a needle to the hand.
No, so it's because the guy who triggers it has literal like foresight.
Yeah.
So he knows whether or not he doesn't actually even know what's happening necessarily. He just knows what your vitals are going to do.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so he knows you're not going to get hurt.
And they also can tell if you're having a panic attack, which means you probably want to be pulled out, which is how Mist lost her fight.
Right.
She was about to become naked on public television. And
the real way to win this tournament is to have a power that gives you a panic attack.
Right. Yeah.
The real way to win is to have a power that makes you get rid of people's clothes and make them naked.
Well, that would be the way to lose.
Oh, I'm gonna teleport
make
my
other
opponent's clothes off of
them. Make other people's clothes.
Sure. Yeah.
My new costume is a soluble suit, and I'll swap clothes and then spray them with water, and then I just win.
I'm gonna veto that one.
You don't even need that. Just have like 5 pebbles and just switch articles of clothing with the pebbles.
Okay, I think as you get teleported back as well. I think obviously like the New York school students are like comforting Alchemist, but like you did so good, like so many great moves. You totally were dominating. But then for you, I think Thunder and Mist are both. Well, I think Mist is probably there now, but actually no. I think we didn't describe that really. I think because I think you guys weren't really there when Mist's fight ended, or were you?
I thought she got pulled somewhere that wasn't the booth because she was like,
no, she did get pulled in the booth. Degree. But I think probably what happened was same thing. What happened with Thunder is like I think actually maybe You know, I think
I thought she went to like the medical
lead her away
thing.
Well, she wouldn't have gone to the medical. Well, that's probably where she is. But it was less of a medical emergency, like she was dying, and more just like a give her some privacy.
Oh, okay. I thought they're like it like damaged her in like some metaphysical way as well.
No,
okay.
no.
It's like just throw a towel over her.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But then that would work.
I was like,
her one weakness.
Yeah.
Oh,
right. Yeah.
You absorbed her.
Yep. So I think she's not there, and I don't think Thunder is there either. So I think the only person that's there from your team is Quantum Quill, and I think she's like,
and the
yeah, and obviously, yeah, Left Wing and Palladium. I think Quantum Quill is like, I think she says, the student has become the master. I have taught you very well.
What, you taught me to get naked in the middle of combat and destroy all of my advantages?
She like blushes. She's like, no, I taught you how to change. I taught you what the different elements of the periodic table were.
That's what you guys were doing back then.
I was gonna say, as soon as me and Leftwing heard the word naked come out of
we're like, yes.
What?
Unbelievable.
I ribbed Bastion. I'm like, I didn't know you went for the nerdy type.
Quantum Quill turns to Weightless, who's in the room, and says, if I attack Left Wing right now, will I get kicked out of the tournament? And Weightless shrugs.
Yeah, that's the only way to find out.
Moment of truth.
Yes. Yeah, she uses her own truth. No, I think she just kind of rolls her eyes at you, Left Wing, and then just like walks over and sits down.
We should go to one of them, but I do want a scene with Alchemist at some point. But let's go to.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Let's do Scarlet Saber versus Left Wing. Actually, no, wait. I think in alphabetical order, it would be Emoticon versus Ice Blade. Should we do that first, or do you guys want to do your fights first? Let's just do the order I have it in here. Scarlet Saber versus Left Wing. Let's do it. Let's go.
All right.
I don't even care. Don't even care about the alphabet no more.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I think as you guys are going out to the ring here, Scarlet Saber looks at you and is just like, how unfortunate. I won't really be able to taste your power this time, I assume. And then she kind of smirks and says, why don't we make it interesting? Why don't you let me keep my power, and we'll just see who's the better fighter with your teleporting skills.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
I'm curious how your power tastes.
What does that mean?
She smiles big, like very knowing, very confident, very like mischievous.
Keep saying that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm sorry, I'm not dumb enough to just let you kick my butt. So I hope you're good with your fists.
Yeah. She smiles as if that was her plan.
Sure. Yeah.
And
I walk out and I'm like, wait, why do they still have statues terrain thing here? And I look at
so I don't think they're made out of stone this time.
No,
I think they're I think they're more like cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, that's why it's obviously he's being an idiot.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just wanted to make that comment.
Right. I figured that would be the case.
And then hers is bamboo. So I think like most of the arena it has like a bamboo shoot here, a bamboo shoot here, there, and then there in between those there's like little cardboard cutouts of people, anime waifus. And I think we start the fight.
Sick. Do I have my standard costume kickball? Has that been returned to me?
Is that a for real thing? Like
that's how I got one in the other round. Remember? I added it to my costume.
Yes, you did, but it's gone now.
Right, but I'm assuming like
backups.
If Ice Blade's hockey stick broke, they wouldn't be like, sorry, Ice Blade, I guess you suck for the rest of the tournament, right?
Well, I don't know what they would do.
Get him another hockey puck.
Well, get another hockey stick, right? But it's like
stick.
custom made. His gadgets are expendable, so he has extras of those. Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
I guess it's just a kickball, so maybe they have. What are you planning on doing with it?
I just want to see. I want to steal her sword and see if she can use her power without the sword.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, I guess I could just grab something
shape,
else.
So yeah, I mean, you could just take a piece of bamboo.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think break bamboo with your hands.
You're like, hey, do I get my dodgeball for this one? And I think Angel is like, oh, sorry, you lost that, and we don't have an extra one. So, ta-ta! Like they're just like, oh, you don't need that. Like, just not being difficult. Let's go.
Man, favoritism. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'll either like break off a piece of a cardboard cutout or like a piece of bamboo or something. And I want to start with this because then it'll be more fun. Or easier for me, I guess, if I can teleport and she doesn't have anything she can do. But I feel like there aren't really any other powers I can think of that like require tech to work, except for like tech powers. So she probably doesn't need the sword. I guess we'll find out. I guess he just figures it would be weird for her to
not be able to use her power otherwise.
Yeah. But like the sword must do something. I guess we'll find out. So yeah, I think he just goes over and like breaks the thing off. He's like, all right, I'll meet you halfway, and then I'll try and steal her sword.
Okay. Yeah. As soon as the fight starts, just to let you know,
right?
You break that off pretty quickly, but she is already like almost to your face with her, red saber stuff flowing through the sword. She's just like, jumping. She's just like a ninja, like the closest thing you've ever seen to a ninja. Great, including the guy that's actually supposed to be a ninja.
Right. Well, he was kind of a joke.
Yeah.
All right. I guess his like projections were strong. Anyways, I mean, if I need to, I'll swap places with one of the other cutouts so that I have space. But if not, I'll just switch the sword. I think it's cooler if I don't. I'll just try and switch the sword like here. But
I didn't see where you're pointing.
No, I just mean like if she's on me very quickly. So if I need to switch places with one of the other cutouts, I'll do that first.
Oh,
right.
I don't think so.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll try and steal her sword.
I'll be right back.
Tried to feel that. Okay.
Did you do it? Did you do the thing?
No, Connor had to leave.
As
interim
GM, you win the fight with that 8. Good job.
Thanks.
Her name is Scarlet Saber, right? Yeah, here. There's Scarlet Saber. She's a weird looking nostril.
Yeah, good old AI art.
Mm-hmm. I'm really impressed by how overwhelmingly Bastion won both of those fights.
Yeah.
Just so much green.
Pretty ridiculous.
What are you talking about? I almost lost what's her face.
Well, you didn't actually take any conditions.
Yeah, I did.
Right.
Okay, you took a 1.
Yeah. Did you guys take conditions in your fights?
I think I almost took all of my conditions. Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, you went
Actually,
into
wait,
your
no.
fight with most of your conditions, didn't you?
I currently have two conditions.
Okay, I have 1, but I don't.
I'm back.
Remember if I got
You
it.
took most of your conditions from the labyrinth.
Yeah, the maze. I actually only have 2, and I think I didn't take any then from what's his face.
Yeah, I have 1, but I don't remember how I got it.
In second.
All right. I got an 8 to swap the sword.
Oh, okay.
So I guess you can tell me how it's temporary or unstable. I don't
know. She does not have a weird looking nostril. It looks perfectly normal.
It's completely open for
her left one.
3/4. Yeah.
Her left one is it's
it looks like a nostril to me.
Yeah, but
she breathes through it
higher than the other one.
It looks like a nostril from below, but it's from the side. That's the problem.
The lighting. It's just the lighting.
Yeah.
Don't guess my perfect creations.
On a 7 to 9, it's either unstable or temporary, or you take a condition.
Yeah, you can. My assumption is it's unstable or temporary because she can steal it back. I'm just holding it. So I need to do something with it, right? But if you have another idea for how it could be unstable or temporary, let me know.
Well, you pick it first.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to take the condition. So
commit to the bit. Okay. So I think what happens here is I think you teleport it to yourself, but it's still channeling that like red electricity, and so you grab it and you're like, and like drop it. So like you teleport it away from her, right? But you don't have it in your hand.
Okay. I mean, can I just try and step on it and like break it?
I think you should roll to deal with her first.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
I think she comes in really close, and she's like no longer channeling it through that sword, right? And so she definitely looks like she's taking a lot of like a lot more concentration about it. Like she does glance down at her hand as it falls away. But basically instead of it being like channeled in a line, it's like channeled like more like lightning. And she just like reaches towards you with her hand. And so it's like an unpurified or like uncondensed version.
Sure. Okay. Then can I try and trick her? I want to like pull back like she's too fast for me to react to, so she can hit me with her hand, like grab me with her power. But I want to actually steal her power before she gets to me, and I want to like grab her hand with mine and tase it. You know what I mean? I was like, let her get me, right?
I think I understand that. Yeah. I think that would just be. What would that be?
I mean, I wanted to use my when you mislead, distract, or trick someone, but we can do. Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to lure her into that trap and then attack her. So maybe 2 rolls.
Yeah, I think so. Or actually, I think. Well, I don't know. Provoke someone is more like a conversation. So someone's susceptible to your words. So yeah, I think mislead makes the most sense there. So
yeah, provoke is probably what I would argue if I didn't have a move for it.
Yeah,
it's the more generic version, but this is.
I think I'm just trying to think of like I can't remember exactly. I'm going to pull it up, but in terms of like the results of the move, I feel like that might be a little.
I mean, like I get an opportunity X with a weakness or flaw, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, for sure. Then, yeah. I just didn't remember. I suppose.
Jeez, I'm just really trying to not do well.
Okay.
Jared sucked up all the luck in the entire session.
Yeah. Yep. You got all the dice. Okay, so on a 7 to 9, I think you still choose.
I choose 2 of those. Wow, this move is ridiculous.
And there's no like. Is there a minus for that?
No. I mean, I think
on a hit they are fooled at least for a moment. On a 10 plus, choose 3. On a 7 to 9, choose 2. Wow,
yeah,
that's such a good move.
Yeah, I think in theory, at least Powered by the Apocalypse as it's written, I'm pretty sure the original game, a partial success, a GM can still make a move. But I don't know if this one does the same, because this one has a lot of actual on a 7 to 9
things.
I don't know.
I think it's implied that if you're not choosing, you avoid further entanglement, that you are further entangled.
Yeah, or that's fair. Yeah.
You expose a weakness or flaw, get an opportunity.
Right. Let's see. See, obviously I'm going to get an opportunity, which is like, I mean, like if I didn't pick that, what would happen, right? Like, what's the difference between me picking that and not picking that, I guess, as far as like getting to attack her?
She's very fast. So I would say there's a situational minus to attacking her unless you have some sort of like narrative justification for being able to reach her and grab her, right?
Oh, okay, sure.
Especially you, where you can't just like shoot carbon at her or shoot energy at her, right? You have to actually like,
in order for her to hit
her.
me, she has to like, and she has to touch me to hurt me. So that seems like it wouldn't be that hard, but
not necessarily. No, she is just going straight for you right now. But it doesn't necessarily have to touch you in order to drain your power here.
Okay.
That's what the implication is.
Well, I guess I meant like if I had stolen her power and we were fist fighting, right? That like.
Oh, then yes.
I haven't done that yet, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
So yeah, I'll get an opportunity, and I guess I'll avoid further entanglement. And then yeah, I guess I'll like as she, and I guess I don't know if you want me to roll freak to steal her power, if that's part of this. I don't know. That was kind of the trick, but it's also kind of a thing you roll for normally, so it's up to you, I guess. But I
don't know. I think you should roll to steal her power still. I think, I suppose, what's the opportunity you're getting? The opportunity to steal her power and then get a bonus to that, or the opportunity to grab her with the taser?
Yeah, the idea was that, like I guess my idea was the trick was I was going to let her use her power and then steal it. So I guess that was kind of why I was thinking that was what I just rolled, right? That was the trick. And then the thing that gives me is to attack her. But I know that that's assuming that I get to take her power. So
yeah,
I don't know. But I mean, I guess to be fair, that's kind of how the roles work, right? Like you can use your powers in any role, technically. Like when you attack someone with your powers, you're using danger usually, and that's not freak, right? So I guess we could just say that's part of the role because I think that's kind of how it's intended. But you know what I mean? Like your powers are kind of there is a ability for using your powers, but it's just because it's there in case you're not doing something else.
Yeah. Right? I think this specific circumstance makes a lot of sense for it, but I think we should for sure make sure we don't make that a regular.
Right. Yeah. I don't plan on just not rolling that anymore.
Yeah.
Obviously. Okay. Then I guess the opportunity is I'll try and catch her arm with mine and just like hold on to it as much as I can to try and tase her. Do as much damage here as I can.
Then go ahead and roll danger.
Okay, man, just seriously.
Okay, 7 to 9. Yep.
I have +3 to all of these, by the way.
So, do you resist or avoid their blows? Take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition?
I mean, I guess I'll just resist blows, right? It's boring.
I was going to say you did just take something from her, so.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I'll resist or avoid their blows, I think.
Okay, how about this? Should we say, is it fair to say you didn't confuse them for some time, or you got an opportunity? Is it safe to say the opportunity you got was to attack her without suffering the problem of her power, but after this you lose control of it? Because when you roll freak, one of the things is it's unstable or temporary, right?
Right. Yeah. Sure, that's fine. I'll just have to do it again, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah. That's fine.
Which you might also just, succeed at, and it might become a moot point. But
I might not. So.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I guess what does that look like, right? Like I grab a hold of her, and I just I just spark on the electrical. I assume she has to do something to break out of it because I can just hold this forever.
I think this is the first time you see her not smiling, right? Yeah. I think she's like frustrated. And I think maybe like the impact of her like lunging at you, basically like you guys fall over and she gets kind of like she got like head over heels, like falls out of your reach, and she like just slips out of your grip.
Okay. So then, I pop up and like, well, how did it taste?
Yeah, she looks angry at you.
Yeah.
It's up to 225 and my phone died.
Sorry. Mickey is selling a dress and it's a bidding war, so she's updating me on how much it's selling for.
Oh, she's selling it. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I thought you meant she was trying to buy it. And, like
high.
her phone died.
Oh,
now
yeah,
she can't.
the bid is getting higher. Yeah, no. So she's just excited for how high it's getting. She wants to keep watching. Okay, so what were we talking about?
So we kind of had a standoff, and I said, "How does it taste?"
Oh, yes,
I don't know if she had a response to that, but
so she says, I don't think she says anything. She's just like she's like grimacing, right? She's like angry at you, and I think she starts speaking in Japanese as she like runs at you to like just straight up just martial arts attack, right?
Yeah. And I think like I've lost track of her power because they fell, right? And I'm like, oh, it's slippery.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try and like grab it back now.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Right. For sure.
And I think as soon as it goes back into her, like it like bleeds out of her hand as she's like reaching for you, maybe.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll.
Okie dokie. Finally.
There you go. Yeah, I figured that's where it would go.
That was the one I needed to. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, I was just saying that was the one I needed to actually succeed on, so I don't just keep not having it. And I can actually win. Cool. Because I think in a hand-to-hand fight, even though she might be faster than me, I have an advantage because touching me is dangerous because I can electrocute her, right? Even if she's faster than me. So I think not having her power makes a big difference in how dangerous this is.
Sure. Yeah. I think once you take her power again, I think you guys do kind of a few like punches / blocks.
Yeah, I imagine it was the same deal, right? Where like I stole it right as she got to me, but she knows what I'm doing this time, so it's more of an exchange.
Yeah, we get a cool like choreographed, like you guys are both good fighters, right?
Right.
And I think she like turns and does like a spin kick over your head, and you duck. And then she, when you like lift your head back up, she's grabbing a bamboo and like lets it go. It likes to have you like be smacked by it.
Oh, right. Okay.
She's being like Sokka. She's using her environment to her advantage.
Yeah. I was thinking I'd like to like drop the power and swap places with her so she gets hit with it and then like steal it back. But I don't know. I don't want to make like 6 rolls to do that. So I don't know. Since I have stolen her power, can that just be my narration for like a danger to trade blows with her?
Sure. Oh yeah, that sounds fun. Yeah.
All right, cool. Because I don't want to have to like bog it down, but
yeah.
All right, I'll roll it again. Nice. Yeah. So she pulls it back. I'm like, whoop. And we see sort of the soul view. He switches places there, and the bamboo slaps her in the face. And he's like, grabs it back again, and then like he'll probably like close in and try and like take that hit as an opportunity to try and like or her being stunned to try and like take her out. Which I guess I have to have things to pick, right? So like, directly engage a threat.
That's 2, right? You already have
10 plus pick 2. Yeah. So I'll resist and avoid their blows, obviously. And then, I mean, do I count it as an ally? Can I create an opportunity for myself?
For danger,
or I guess can I take the opportunity or take something from them and take her like footing, like put her off guard?
I'm fine with either one of those. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, can I like roll?
If you can get a halfway decent answer from 2 of them, and it's both the same answer, we'll go with it.
Yeah, I figure. Well, because my thought was that I can avoid her blows, and then maybe I can get like a bonus to the next shot since she's still reeling. Yeah,
sure, I like that. Yeah,
okay,
like a combo, right?
Right.
Like just turned into Mortal Kombat like really fast.
Yeah. Which I mean was inevitable, right? Because I was going to steal her power, and then
Let's
see. I really wanted to, like me as a player, really wanted to like stab her with her own sword, like turn her power on, her sword would ignite and stab her.
Yeah.
But I also, as a player, know that would be terrible for me, so I'm not going to do that. Hey, I got another 11. All right.
Nice. Okay, I think you deal the finishing blow, right? What do you do that's so like aggressive in terms of martial arts, like hand-to-hand combat, that they would teleport her away?
Yeah, I think like so. The only time we've ever seen Left Wing in a life or death situation, he was like he had this thing where he couldn't pull the trigger and kill Sleeves, right? But ever since we've done the tournament, he's been like super lethal because he knows it doesn't matter.
Yep.
And so I think that's like I don't know. I almost think this is sort of like him building a soft resistance to the idea of killing people, right?
Yes, for sure.
I think it'll still slap him.
It's like a simulation, right?
Yeah,
or like
right?
how people think that violent video games are for people,
right?
Turning you into a psychopath.
Yeah, like in the military, they train people to shoot a target before you don't decide to shoot them. You identify as a target and you shoot. And it's psychologically really damaging because you didn't make that decision to murder that person just then, but you did it and you live.
Yes. Yeah. This would be kind of a whack experience as a tournament.
Yeah.
But like you're supposed to kill them and then they disappear.
Right.
But I think we hear the voice actor from Star Wars Battlefront 2 that plays the 501st Legion say, just like the simulations.
Right. Yeah. So I think I'm really interested to see how that'll evolve the first time he's in like a life or death situation where he might actually kill somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyways, I think in this one, that's what we see, right? We see sort of how lethal he's willing to be when he isn't worried about it.
Consequences are right. Yeah. There's no consequence for this. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think,
right now you're just playing Call of Duty.
Right. Seriously, that's like how it is.
Yeah, I think we see so she gets hit with a piece of bamboo, staggers back, and we see him swoop down and grab her sword with his, I guess, left hand. It's left wing anyways, it's appropriate. And we see him like grab for her like shoulder with the taser, right, to like immobilize her. And then I like to imagine that the sword, I don't know, we haven't described it, but the sword has like a pointed pommel, right, like a sharp part on the end,
fine,
or whatever. I mean, it's a katana, so it probably does.
Even if it's not sharp and just has a pommel that is pointed, right? It doesn't have to be like a stabbing,
sloped in some way.
Sloped in some way. Yeah, it'd be enough.
And then, like, I think, like, basically he hits her with enough momentum, they start going down. And as they're going down, he goes to, like, shove it in. Again, he knows she's not going down. But, swings towards her face with it.
Yeah.
And,
they teleport her away.
And then, by the time he hits the ground, he slams it and, like, cracks him into the...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's not that strong. He chips into the cement with the pommel.
Nice. I love it.
And then, I think he tosses it and he's like, all right. He just, like... apparently didn't teleport with her, so he just, like, sticks it in his pocket. Pocket.
Well, then you teleport back too, right?
Right.
They pull you up too, and I think Scarlet Saber is just like lying on the ground of the what's it called, the box, right?
And we're gonna forget this every time.
For real. I do every time. All the New York school students are like coming over to her, and I think maybe like Statue like gives out a hand to help her up. And I think Soulbound Shinobi like tries to push him out of the way, like, here, let me help you. And Scarlet Saber's just like sitting there. She's just like, I think maybe she's like muttering to herself in Japanese.
Was that the last New York student?
Yep, that's correct. Yep. That's everybody. Yeah, out of the tournament now.
Rough.
Hate supremacy.
Because who are you against, Palladium? You're against Quantum Quill, so yep.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. So I think I give everybody a high five or whatever. Whoever's willing to still high five me at this point. And what?
F you.
Yeah. I'll go over to Scarlet Saber and think you dropped this and like toss her sword to her.
Yeah. I think as you start saying something, she does like the cool like from the ground ninja flip up and like catches it and slides it into her pocket, and she looks at you and just kind of gives you a nod and then just goes and sits down.
Yeah, I think as she does that, it's just, hey, next time you talk about tasting one of my friends, I'm gonna slap the crap out of you.
Actually, I think instead of she nods, I think she bows to you, but like a little bow. But yeah.
After he says that, he's like, that's the little thing. He's like, I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like he says
after
that,
you say that, you bow.
Sure.
I think a lot of the students like definitely bristle at you.
Yeah.
Because in their minds, they're just like, oh, that's just who Scarlet Saber is. We don't really mind that she says weird stuff like that. She's never actually done anything weird to us. And I think like the teachers for sure. I think Weightless even like folds his arms and like gives you a look like, be nice.
Oh, please.
Yeah. Do you say that out loud?
Sure.
I think Weightless just shakes his head at you and kind of goes back to like where he can see the like the window.
Yeah.
And then next fight.
I'm really worried about this fight. You guys have just blown it out of the water.
Quill versus Palladium.
And I'm really not sure.
I mean, I don't know how she can even hurt you.
Really? I don't know. She's smart. I'm worried.
I don't know. She's smart. I'm worried.
I mean, go for it. I don't. Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I guess I'm not entirely sure on the strategy, but yeah, you feel free to set up what that looks like if she says anything.
I think as you're both walking down, I think she's just like.
Oh, you know what? We're both walking down. I think I say, so what really happened with you and Bastion? I know Left Wing likes to joke, but I know you guys weren't macking out that back there. You look troubled though.
She says, Marty told us not to tell anybody, but I know you'll keep the peace too, or I know that you'll at least keep the secret, if you're given an order. And maybe you like bristle at that. And she says, Bastion was kind of attacked by one of the 5 elements, but we beat him.
Do I know
this
about the
one
first
was
time?
made out of metal. This was mercury. Yeah, you know about the first time.
Yeah, so I said that.
But I don't know. Bastion kind of froze him, I guess, which is pretty cool, I think. But kind of scary too, actually.
How did he freeze him?
I think she just kind of rolls her eyes. She's just like, I mean, obviously he made dry ice with his by stopping the movement of the molecules of the carbon.
All right. Well, I don't understand anything you're saying, so I'll take your word for it.
But she says, we have to keep it a secret because we're supposed to be, like good publicity with this tournament. So we can't, be like, oh yeah, we just stopped like some sort of Chinese villain that was trying to kill a kid.
She actually raised her voice when she says that.
Well, I think you guys you're walking towards.
Yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere.
She's like also like whisper talking, right? Like
sure, okay.
I think I look at her and I knock on my helmet and I say, I'm pretty good at keeping secrets. You don't have to worry about me.
Yeah. She slowly nods. I think she's like that's kind of a hint in her head, and she starts kind of thinking about that because she knows that you don't she doesn't know that you have to keep yourself a secret, right?
Yeah.
Or does she? Does she know that your helmet is a secret? Like you can't even show your face? I think it's kind of like something people can pick up on, but they're like don't know why.
Yeah.
They just know that there's like some secrecy around it. Yeah.
Yep.
If they knew why, then it wouldn't need to be a secret, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think maybe she just kind of shrugs at that then. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So from what she said, do I know how helpful she was to Bastion in that fight?
No, not necessarily.
Okay. My instinct was to say like, thanks for helping Bastion. But if I don't know like that she was actually there helping him.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I don't say that.
Well, I think I have a segue though
good.
Unless you have something else you wanted to get to.
No, the only thing I was going to say is basically just like, no matter who wins, like, I think it'll be like great fight. Like I'm not out to get you, basically something along those lines.
I think you start. Yeah, I think you start saying that as kind of like as disheveled as
good luck out there.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's just like, yeah, whatever. We're not friends out here. We'll be friends again when we stop.
Yeah, she can't see it, but I smile wide under my helmet, and I feel good about it. Like I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever happens is fine. Yeah, we'll be friends when we walk out of the field. It's fine. And then we get the Iron Man shot, and so I'm like grinning, and then as soon as I like turn away from her, I go, and I'm like, all right, time to destroy her, right?
Okay, so
I can't wait for this to be like Bakugo versus Uraka, where everyone starts booing you because you're just punching out a defenseless girl over and over again.
I know, yeah.
And you're like, I have to try, guys.
I know.
You don't understand.
You don't understand. I have to respect her enough to kill her really hard and fast.
I don't want to be sexist on national television. I'd like to think
her arena modifier is rubble, by the way. So there's just
that's what I was gonna
debris. Ask. Yeah.
Okay.
And yours is heat.
I wrote down heat, so yeah, I think it's been heat vents.
So it's
you definitely said
whatever
feet,
you
Connor.
Think would be fun.
I heard you say feet. I was like, wait.
Animu waifu's feet. No, the combination.
Oh man.
What I'm feeling in left wing fight.
Yeah, it's just your cardboard cutouts, except just the feet of them.
Oh no. Oh, hate it.
Sorry, can't breathe. So she, hers is rubble. I think it would be a fun combination modifier if it was just a bunch of burning rubble. But if you would think it'd be unfair, it wouldn't be as advantageous of you for it to be separate. That's up to you. I thought of that. I thought that'd be a fun
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it makes sense that like maybe what happened is like there's all these vents that are like venting heat, and all the there's piles of rubble on top of each of them.
Yeah, so some of them are just starting on fire.
They're starting to get really hot.
Yeah,
maybe they're I think, doused in oil so they light up. I don't know.
Sure,
that'd be cool.
I think
I am Melon Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dude. Yeah, Quantum.
That's the vibe we're gonna get. Yeah,
we're like, okay, Quantum. Let's. Actually, this is more Flutter's vibe, but they're friends, so I think she's like, I am not Quantum.
I am Rubble Lord.
Yeah, yes. She doesn't actually. We don't actually get that. Avatar.
It's an internal monologue.
But yeah, for sure. But yeah, if that sounds cool to you, I think that's the start of the fight.
Yeah, makes sense.
Go ahead.
All right, fight starts. I use my moment of truth and I win. No, just kidding.
Whoa. She uses kidding. Her moment of truth.
No, darn it, I
forgot. I don't think it would be fair of me or fun of me to trigger her moment of truth. I think a player would have to trigger it.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Especially
so, Palladium,
against
if you think it would be fun to lose the tournament to Quantum Quill by a moment of truth, and you're shouting, "It's your power, Quantum Quill!"
The thing I'm wondering about here is that my two main options are go right at her as hard as possible, no plan whatsoever, and just hope for that brute force will get the job done. Or do Dangerous Web and do some sort of trap. Neither of those options sound good.
I don't know if a test of brains is the right angle. I feel like her weapons only really help you at the moment, and I think that anything that's going to help her is going to take time. Mm-hmm. I feel like the more pressure you put on her, probably the better. That's my own gut instinct. I don't know. You have an armored suit, she doesn't. That feels like a pretty you should press that advantage, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
Except for unlike reality, you can't just armored punch her in the face once and take her out instantly because the game says you can't. But
so I'm also just trying to think about what's the most narratively cool. Will be satisfying here. I do think you're right though, especially given our conversation there where she was explaining the molecules and I was like, I don't understand what you're talking about. Going head to head with her in a clever off is probably not the move. But I mean, hey, Dangerous Web is savior.
Yep, that's true.
Maybe the Dangerous Web is that you get her to think that's what you're doing, and then you just clobber the crap out of her, right?
Yeah,
well, that's not really how the role plays or reads though.
You're setting a trap. The trap is
about this situation is that Palladium has pulled the "you hit me a bunch of times and now I'm super powered up" move enough times in front of Quantum Quill specifically that like it's not going to work against her. And I don't really know what other trick he has up his sleeve except for you hit me a bunch of times and I'd use your power against you.
I mean, it kind of can't not work. She can't ring you out. She has to kill you. She has to hit you. Yeah. And she's either going to have to use kinetic or heat to do that, both of which you can absorb. Not at the same time, to be fair.
Yeah.
But, you know.
That's what I'm worrying about.
Yeah. But I think even then, right, like the best way to keep her from shelling you is to stay close and hit her, right? Like, I think the smart thing to do is to
She's
eliminate
ranged.
her.
Yeah. We just had a giant conversation about spear beats sword.
Right.
And
then bow beats spear.
Bow beats spear. Yeah. So I gotta get in close.
You know what beats spear? Shield. No, wait. Shield beats bow. There you go.
No.
Anyways,
I'm just trying to think of like another way to frame it, except for I charge her. If there's anything else cool I could add to it, I guess I do have electricity.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, I just did the thing. I just stole the power and punched her, so it's all right. You can just do the thing. It works.
I'm just worried that no matter what I do,
you, right? Like it depends on what sounds fun to you. If it doesn't sound fun to you, that makes sense. But if you're worried that you're gonna like be cliche but still win the tournament, don't worry about it.
There are two factors going on here. One is like the narrative of the thing. It's like what do I think would be a cool way for this fight to go, and I'm really not sure about that. Like, and the other one is I'm worried that no matter what I do, I will fail the role. So I want to do something I'm good at.
Can't really do anything about either of those. I actually do think I joked about Bakugo's fight with her with Eureka earlier, but I actually do think like legitimately this is a very unfair matchup for her. And so I do think that more than being a moment where we learn something about Palladium alone, right? I think this is something where we learn a little bit about both of them in the same sort of way, right? Where she knows she's at a disadvantage even if she's acting cocky, and you know you're at a physical advantage, right? And we see what that looks like.
All right, I know how I'm going to play it. Sure. I describe myself as like getting really serious as I turned around before, and I don't think that's the case. I think I'm still smiling through the whole thing. I think I'm just going to enjoy myself. I think the other fights have just been
friends.
Yeah, about between friends. The best hero wins. But like, I'm not gonna like. I think Palladium is tempted to worry about it, and by the time he gets there ready to go, he just decides to let it go and just be like, let the chips fall where they may. I'm just gonna go all out, and we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Yeah. She does not. She seems nervous. She does not seem like she's gonna have fun.
Okay, so I think Palladium.
With this, if you want to roll to pierce the mask, you can.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I might end up doing comfort or support or something because I want her to also enjoy the match. I think that's what I want this to end up looking like is like both of us have fun by the end of it.
Sure. Yeah.
Also, this is a convenient excuse to pull your punches and then use Savior for all your fighting.
Yeah. True. Yeah. What is pierce the mask and?
They're both mundane, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm terrible at mundane right now. I could be super dumb and switch my labels right now.
I was gonna say that would suit the thing you were just saying, but then you would definitely lose.
I would definitely lose.
I mean, what's your danger? I assume it's not high either,
right? Danger is 0.
Okay, I was like, because if your danger is decent, then you could just rely on that. But yeah, it's probably not.
Oh darn, angry is at. I have angry marked.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I haven't hurt someone or broken something important.
Sounds like a good chance to get some potential.
Oh, hey, I did that. Can I? Wait, never mind. It's the end of the scene.
Yeah. I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to have a -4 to it or whatever. -3. But I'm going to try it. I think, Connor, I'll frame the beginning of this as I'm pulling my punches. I'm acting. I'm rushing her like I should. Like this, I'm doing the strategic thing.
Yeah.
But I am, like, according to the rules, I don't want to roll to punch her yet. Right? Like, I want to put pressure on her. And while I'm doing so, I want to do pierce the mask. Like I start bantering with her as I'm putting pressure on her and trying to get close.
Sure, yeah. So you're not rolling danger yet.
Not yet.
Okay, sure. Go ahead. Yep.
So I think I say some stuff like
Just one quick note.
Yep.
Bastion just did this and failed. So keep in mind if you're stacking these fails, there's something called the
villain track, whatever you called it.
The villain track. I've been keeping those just as a secret when it's things that are narrative triggers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So just keep in mind.
Oh, that's true. Darn it.
How far along is my villain track? I feel like I'm pretty much already there.
Well, you don't have a villain track.
I know.
But if you did,
darn it! I really wish I wish I would have remembered that I was angry. I think I would have roleplayed this whole thing out slightly differently. It didn't feel like Palladium would be angry right now, though.
Yeah, I mean, you're not angry at her, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I almost never worry about, like, unless the thing just happened and the thing that made it happen is in front of me. I don't usually worry too much.
Part of the thing is like I'm gonna suck at this, and then I'm gonna make her go on the villain track, and so I feel like it's just gonna be worthless at this point. And maybe I should just go back to my original plan, which was I get serious and we just fight. That seems boring.
What's your superior?
Oh, that's true. I could do provoke.
Yeah, maybe you can like. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll do that. So instead of trying to pierce her mask, I'm just gonna start provoking her. I'm gonna be like, so I go straight up, right? I'm just like interface, putting pressure on her. How is she like? I'm trying to go for the punch. Like that's narratively what's happening. But I assume she's keeping me at base through some method. What you doing?
Are you trying to? So if you're engaging her, I'm gonna have you roll danger, right, to see kind of the outcome of what you're doing. I'm not quite sure what your goal is yet, though.
What I want to do is I want to put pressure on her, and then roll provoke as I say things to her, to basically along the lines of.
Let's do danger first. If you are putting pressure on her, let's do danger to see the result of that. That I think that would be helpful, and otherwise it might feel like we're dragging out the fight, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair. Sorry, I'm just trying to frame this in a way that I think will be interesting instead of just another fight.
Yeah, for sure. Don't worry, I always have a plan for why I do it. It'll be interesting no matter what.
Okay, so based on what we talked about, like I need to get in close as quickly as possible. Am I doing more than a shield?
I think it'd be the other one, right, where you pull your punches. I mean, you're not even trying to hurt her right now.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Pull your punches, which you also have, right?
No, what move is that?
Oh, we're thinking of the one that Bastion had. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think.
Do you not have that one?
Yeah, no. I don't think so.
Oh, you should.
I don't think Bastion has it either. I think
he just spends Doom Track to use it all the time.
Yeah, that's right. The problem is, David, we're both the kind of people that never drink our potions in games.
We are, yeah.
Jared is not that person.
Nope, apparently not.
Okay.
Holy cow.
Well then, okay. So this is the thing. If you're gonna have me roll to put pressure on her, I'm just gonna actually put pressure on her. Like I'm going to attack her. I'm going to directly engage a threat by heading directly into danger without regard for my own safety. I am rushing her.
Okay.
It's called Fight the Good Fight, and it's a legacy move, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, yeah.
I think I had that on my short list at one point, but I don't think I'm gonna end up taking it ultimately.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think I've already taken a move from another playbook options.
Sure. Yeah.
I got more than a shield and never give up, never surrender.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Here we go. All right. And
okay, 9.
So this is just directly engage a threat, 7 and 9.
Yep. So on a 7 to 9, pick one. So you're going to trade blows. So you can either resist or avoid her blows, take something from her, create an opportunity for your allies, which is kind of a moot point, impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I don't think I'm going to resist. No, maybe I should. Because I'm going to get conditions, right?
Correct.
And I still have to fight in other phases here.
Correct.
Yeah, I'll resist or avoid their blows.
Okay.
So that I don't take any damage here. And I'm just we're fighting, right? I get a strike in on her. I send her flying at one point or whatever. She catches herself with her powers. However you want to frame that.
for future reference, you rolling more than a shield, you technically, because you're afraid, you still should have taken a -2 to that. But you
still
it's
7
fine,
and 9 though, yeah.
Right, you see it's still a 7. But just keep that in mind. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, so you are putting pressure on her, right? She is using fiery rubble and like making like a cyclone with it, right? Like spinning it around and like shooting different parts of it at you. But
Nice.
You're there like dodging it with controlled blast, I assume, or
I probably do that at first, right?
Hits, right, and then using that.
Yeah. I'm like I think at first I charge up with electricity and I'm just infamousing like the stuff out of the way, right? Yeah. But then by the time I get to her, I just let it run out, and then if she hits me again, I'm just storing a kinetic at that point.
Yeah. Right? Yep. And
then that last like purple punch just.
Yep. And I think she just narrowly gets out of the way of it with her little bead gadgets, right?
Yeah.
So because otherwise, that might have been like an
actual punch to the face would be
situation. Yeah. So so she just barely gets out, and I think she just seems like she's super disconfident. Mm-hmm. But if you go ahead and roll provoke, then I think
I want to provoke her at that point. Like, and that's part of the thing is I don't think what's his face? I don't think Palladium has actually had really noticed that she was out of sorts until he's like fighting her, and then he's like, wait a second, something's wrong here. Like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I want to provoke her. I say what I'm trying to get them to do in Rules Plus Superior. I think I say stuff like, what's wrong, Quantum? Don't have it in you? I thought we were going to have a fight. This isn't a fight. And I'm trying to say it.
What's your goal here? Are you just trying to make her mad?
I want her to not be out of sorts. Right? I want her to be confident. It's your power. I basically want her to...
For real, that moment was definitely somewhat like Deku triggering Todoroki's moment of truth.
100%, yeah.
That's what that was. That's funny.
Like, and I don't care if it's anger or what emotion she needs to have, but like, I don't want to punch a girl who's just like not in the, like that. This is gonna be dumb right. Like, so I'm like, come on, Quantum, like, come on, we're friends. Like, and like, it is a provoke, so it's not like super happy-go-lucky, lovey-dovey emotional stuff. It's just like, come on, give me a fight, Quantum. But like, I'm not saying it angrily.
Yeah, I think she's not going to take it in like a friendly matchup way. She's going to take it in a, oh, fine, let's fight. Like,
and that's what I want.
Really get you. Okay.
All right, I'll roll plus superior. I don't have a minus to this, but I only have a +1, so we'll see how it goes. Yay, there we go. At least got a 7 to 9.
Okay, on a 7 to 9. Oh, that's for provoking PCs. No.
The first list.
They can instead choose one. So they stumble. You take +1 forward against them.
And it's them choosing it.
No, this is you.
It says
you can instead choose one.
On a 10+, they rise to the bait and do what you want. On a 7 to 9, they can instead choose one.
Oh.
Yeah.
But that's for NPCs.
Yeah.
So that would be the GM. So the GM should be...
You choose one of those options for them.
Weird. We haven't interpreted it like that before.
Yeah, it seems pretty clear to me.
Which move is this?
Provoke someone, right? It says, for NPCs, on a 10+, they rise to the bait and do what you want. On a 7 to 9, they can instead choose one.
Right, yeah.
And it has things that happen to me because of this, but Connor is the one who chooses.
Right, yeah.
What they do. Does she stumble? Does she err? Or does she overreact?
Yeah. I actually don't think we've used this one very often. Because I think I mostly did that, and I think I have other... Mm-hmm. Anyways, I have like that trick move, so I think we almost never use this. I don't think we've run into that one too many times.
I think she stumbles. I think she doesn't rise to the bait and do what you want, right? So I think what she does is she stumbles. Like, you're like, come on, give us a good fight. I think what she does is like she like looks towards the crowd, and I think maybe even like like some of the pieces of rubble like stop as if she's like not paying attention to the fight anymore. and she's like looking up at the crowd, and I think she just looks sad.
Okay, so I'd have +1 forward against her. It would be the jerk move to just punch her right now. I'm trying to think.
But you did provoke her, right? I mean, this is kind of the result of a provoke.
Yeah. But I get +1 forward. It doesn't tell me what I get +1 forward to do. It's just +1 forward.
Just +1 forward, yeah. I think +1 forward is a one-time thing, right? It's not ongoing.
Right. This is whatever you do next. It gets +1.
Yep.
Okay, so how does the modifiers work here? I would have a -4 to mundane right now. You
can only ever get a -3.
Right, I know. So, but what I'm asking is, if I use my +1 forward to try to do one of the mundane moves, like comfort or support or pierce the mask,
still -3.
Is it still -3 because of the?
It's still a -3. Yeah, okay. I don't think it really helps you.
Dumb.
You could try and do something to clear that condition first.
Well, the thing is, like comfort and support.
At the end of the scene. Sorry.
Yeah, comfort and support. Lets me
like defend, right?
Yeah, and comfort and support. If you get a 10+, like you can clear a condition.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was hoping that maybe I could get the +1 forward, get like -2, and then maybe still succeed.
Yeah.
You know. But otherwise,
if you roll double sixes with a -3, you still
you should defend her from her sadness.
I really want to try, right? Like I feel like that's what Palladium would do, and
you could switch your mask's label or to the end of the session.
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be the worst idea ever. Okay, I'm doing it. Fine.
Well, hold up. Let's look at your character sheet for a second here before you make a decision. Your danger is at 0,
and you're afraid, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you want to win the fight, you for sure can't do this. But I promise you, Caleb. I promise you. If you lose here, I will still make the rest of the tournament interesting for you.
No, I totally understand that. Okay. I feel like, so this is the thing. Palladium is afraid and angry currently, according to the conditions.
Yeah.
But like, he doesn't want to be, right? He's frustrated from a couple of things that have happened today, but he cares about, I mean, this is literally his teammate. He's in charge. He's the leader of this team. He is responsible for her. I feel like he has to do this. Like, it would be such a character assassination of Palladium to just be like, I punch her in the face in this moment, like she's stumbling. Yeah. No, he's not going to do that. Okay, so I stop fighting. And I put down my fists and I just take a step towards her and talk in normal Palladium voice, right? I'm affirming my secret identity. I'm just a normal person, right? I can't take my mask off because obviously not. But like maybe let's say my visor, it's like the equivalent of Spider-Man pulling up the mask over his nose, but not any farther.
It becomes a half visor.
It becomes a half visor, exactly. Yeah. And I just say, I want to try to comfort and support her, right? Like that's what I don't want to take the risk on doing pierce the mask and then also comfort and support because I'm still angry, right? But I am gonna switch my labels.
It might be helpful to roll pierce the mask first.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like
you don't know why she's sad, right?
I still have a -2.
He's worried that if he rolls twice, he'll fail one of them.
Rolling multiple times in a role-playing game always leads to more failure.
I see.
Right?
What you mean.
Like, but I guess I don't really know what to say, do I?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fine. I'm gonna use my +1 forward though, so I should be sitting at 2 with this. +2 so, on Pierce the Mask.
If you put the 1 in the conditional one, it should do it for you.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. That should make sense.
Ho! Double 6s!
Nice. Wow. There you go.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Nice.
I think in order for really get to the bottom of it, I think you need to just ask like, "What's wrong?"
Yeah,
and she's just gonna tell you.
Well, I get to ask 3.
I think. Oh yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, oh man, I don't know if any of these questions make sense.
Yeah, I hate the questions in these games. They're never what I want to know.
If you just want to play it out in character, you succeeded at figuring out what's wrong with her, and I'm just going to spill her guts, right?
Okay,
Up to
that's
you.
fine.
If you want to, don't worry, she'll teleport away. No, I think the conversation is whispered. Like the
yeah, of course.
Like,
right,
like this crowd isn't hearing necessarily.
Yeah, I'm basically going to do a combination of like, what are you really planning?
Unless the camera drones get closer.
Yeah, I'm going to do a combination of here, like, what are you really planning? What do you want me to do? How can I get your character to blank? Right.
Yeah.
Like that is important to the situation here. Is like I want to know how I can get her to be in the fight, like as part of this.
Yeah,
like, I want to know what's going on in her
Yeah.
head and how can I get her back in the game, right?
Yeah, I think it'll all play out just fine in character.
So I step forward.
What starts that? Yeah.
Yep. I step forward. My visor kind of like goes up, and I just say, "Quantum, I'm not going to punch you when you're down. We're teammates. What's going on?"
I think she like is a little bit just like, oh, come on, like goody two shoes. Like,
yeah.
Real.
I know exactly. I think he adds.
But then I think she like looks at you and it's like, okay.
Yeah, I say, no one else is here. Yeah, no one else is here. Quantum, just you and me. Yeah. No, what's her real name? What's her first name?
Jane. I gotta pull up I'm pretty sure it's Jane Foster, but that also sounds like a character from something else.
That's
yeah. It's not Olive. It's Olive Foster.
Oh, okay.
Olive.
Yeah, so I say, Olive. No one else is here. It's just you and me. No cameras, no lights.
She says, Prism told me that my power doesn't have a weight limitation. So I just limited myself. And I don't know what's wrong with me or why this is happening. And I don't think I'll ever break out of it.
And you're passing up an
puzzle I can't solve.
And you're passing up an opportunity to test it right now? I'm here. I'm wide open. Give me everything you got.
You don't understand. You guys are discovering new things about yourself every day, and every day I discover something new about Bastion, or about Palladium, or about Leftwing, or about Shorty or DJ. I'm just 10-pound telekinetic girl.
You're a 10-pound telekinetic girl who saved a man's life. Remember that?
Wouldn't hurt you to remind me of it.
I'll try to remind you more often. Now, do I have to roll the comfort and sport?
Yeah,
or is there more to this?
So.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like it might almost be that custom one you made.
It's a custom one. If she already has her moment of truth, but has not spent it yet, and people can trigger 2 moments of truth just like PCs.
Right. So she's going to unlock another moment of truth without having spent the first one. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down with it. Let's do it. I don't have a +1 forward on this one, but let's see how it goes.
I assume nobody has a problem with that.
No.
Somebody. Okay. Yeah, I figured.
I wouldn't want it to be wasted. That'd be dumb.
Yeah. All
right. We got a hit.
Whoop.
What does a 9? What does a 7 and 9 do on that?
Sorry, I gotta find it.
You have to maybe prove yourself previously or something, right?
Yeah, there's a few different options. On a 7 to 9, they mark a personal advancement if you choose one. They believe you, but only because you've already proven yourself to them. You lose influence over them. The topic is particularly sensitive and they lash out at you. Mark a condition. What you say makes them angry, uncomfortable, or distrusting. The next time team would be added, take 2 team away.
What is the middle one? Or the second to last one?
They inflict a condition on you, I think.
Sorry. Yeah, they mark a condition. You mark a condition.
She's like, all right, you're right. Punch.
Well, I think this would probably be me marking guilty, I think. Because I'm like, oh man, I should have seen this coming a long time ago. Right? Like, this is my job. Like,
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, she kind of already did. She's like, you could remind me more often, right?
Yeah,
like,
no, I'll do it. I'll mark guilty.
It suits it.
Dang.
Yeah, so last thing I said was like, come on, right here, give me everything you got.
Yeah, I think she says.
Now keep in mind, I'm unlocking her moment of truth. I'm not telling you to spend her moment of truth.
Yep. I understand. She just says, fine. You want to see what I can do? And then all the burning rubble pieces like come back up again, and she's like,
I smile and I say,
"Let me remind you, Palladium." Yeah, go ahead.
I smile and I say, Quantum Quill, everyone wants to see what you can do. And then the helmet goes down and like,
yep, nice, yep, nice.
And I'm gonna suck now.
Okay, let's go for it.
Oh man!
And now I spend her moment of truth.
Yeah, I mean every single one of my moves rolls savior. So
yeah.
Yep.
Quick, someone influence me.
I mean,
Marty, tell me how much of a savior I am.
At least if you roll danger, you're not at like a penalty.
That's true. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Wait. That's what I'll. No, I have a -2 on it though.
Yeah,
but it's not as bad as a -3.
Yep.
So I have a -2
and danger -2
on savior. I don't have. Yeah, that's true. If I did more than a shield, it would be no matter what, it's going to be a bad time for me.
Yeah.
Just so you know, just that you read the Avengers Assemble move, when you trigger a peer's moment of truth, you definitely, I mean, just really inching close to that. But obviously you do what you want.
I don't want her to destroy me. I want her to be I want her to be confident in herself, but for me to still win.
Yep.
You have your moment of truth. You just spend both of them, and then.
Oh, it's true. Darn it. The thing is, I've already said I don't actually care about the tournament that much. Like,
yeah, but you care about her, right? I don't know.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I would not spend my moment of truth to beat her in this moment. Can I?
It's up to you. Go ahead and tell me what you do next. Right? You put your visor back on. What do you do?
I'm thinking that my best bet is going to be. Oh, let me check my character sheet again. Yeah, my best bet is going to be to try to unleash my powers. Right. Okay. So I'm not trying to attack her. I'm not trying to take a blow from her. I'm just trying to reshape the environment, maybe. Set up something. Overcome an obstacle. Extend your senses. So she's just like throwing a bunch of burning rubble at me.
Correct. Yeah.
Ooh, you know what I want to do?
Basic but powerful.
You know what I want to do? This is what I want to do. I think I want to absorb the heat.
Tell me.
I'm gonna absorb heat. That's my goal, either from the burning rubble she's sending at me or from the heat vents. And I am going to start smelting, like welding the rocks together. I'm going to infuse the rubble together so that she is forced to have to lift something that's heavier than she can, right? So like I'm dodging her blows and I'm doing whatever I need to do, but like out there on the field, that's what I'm slowly getting done. Is like anything she sends to me, I grab it and like smelt it together with heat, right? Like my armor just like
okay. All right, I guess roll freak.
All right, here we go. Can I commit myself to save someone or defeat a terrible enemy?
You want to mark a condition?
No, I don't.
Do you think Quantum Quill's a terrible enemy?
No, I was thinking maybe like
that too.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, here we go. I got a +1 to this. Okay, all right. Yeah.
Here you go.
All right. We're still in it.
Nice.
Full hit. Okay. So yeah. You put everything into one giant rock.
Yeah. So by the end, everything is just
Do you want to say all of it?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I got 11. I got a full hit. So it takes some time, right? There's a whole montage here where like we're fighting, we're dodging back and forth, but eventually, like I think she still has everything.
I think she still has her pieces of part of her like gadgets, right?
But, sure, yeah.
Yeah, you have this one giant rock, and I think Quantum Quill is just like just looks afraid, right? But what do you do next?
I put one hand on it. I pat it like as I'm standing by this giant boulder, and I just say, "What do you got, Quantum Quill?"
Okay, what are you trying to do here by saying that?
I mean, I've already done the thing. Like, I want her to. Okay, can her moment of truth be she learns how to do this and not she crushes me?
So if you're triggering the moment of truth, you roll.
She gets
right?
to decide.
Plus team spent.
Okay.
Well, it's plus team spent. Bastion has a crap ton of team that was technically her and him.
Okay, so I can use that.
But either way, you have one team that you could spend. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I think you could use all 7 or just one.
So what does it do if I succeed then?
Just remember. Sorry, I'm looking at 2 screens here. Forgot which one I should be looking at. On a 10 plus, they choose 2. On a 7 to 9, they choose 1. They go full out, and you choose, right? They go full out with an appropriate threat. They remove someone or something from danger for the time being. They create a unique opportunity for a PC to get the upper hand. They make you look good, mark a school advancement.
I want that last one, right? Like, we're working together as a team, and I just helped her to do something super cool.
So, do you still want to say you crush her with the boulder? Or no, because you wouldn't, yeah. But okay,
no,
I see what you mean.
I just want this moment to be about her doing
is making yourself look good.
Mm-hmm. But she gets to do this now. She can lift anything now.
Okay. Yeah, let me think that through.
Can you copy paste that move into chat, maybe? I can read it through.
Yeah. So I guess here's the thing. So she has a moment of truth, right?
Yeah.
Her next advancement track, though, my plan was to make it. Oh crap! I can't copy it here. I'll put it in a Zoom chat, and then you can copy and paste it into the. I can't. Yeah, you know. So the next advancements were supposed to be leading up to helping her to overcome this. So maybe her moment of truth is a moment of this, but she can't remember how to do it, but she knows that it's possible.
She knows it's possible. She knows she has the confidence to keep trying. Yeah, that's all I care about. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we can have it be that then.
Let's do it. Okay, so I'm rolling.
So roll plus team spent.
Plus team spent. I guess I just got to spend the 1.
I think that makes sense. Keep in mind, though, on a miss, their great moment goes horribly wrong.
Yeah, I mean, in for a penny.
All right.
Can I spend a team from the crowd? Can I spend a penny from the crowd to make it a full hit and like cheer her on?
Hey, that sounds like a great moment, though.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, right? What the heck? Why not?
Like,
what else are you going to use that 17?
Exactly. Yeah, and Quantum Quill and Bastion just had a super really important moment all together, right? Like, and yeah.
Yeah, maybe the glass that's up there is made partly out of carbon, so you just like open it up a little bit and are like, quantum.
That's very interesting glass. Yeah.
Well, no, most carbon is made partly out of glass.
Most glass is made partly out of carbon. You mean?
It's silicone.
That's the other way around. Sorry, thank you.
Isn't it mostly silicone?
Yeah, most glass is made partly with carbon. I looked this up. I had to because I created a villain that was made entirely out of glass, and I needed to make sure you couldn't just offer in a second, which you ended up doing anyway. But
well, here's the thought. I don't want her to go full out with an appropriate threat because that would be me.
Yeah.
So they make you look good. Mark a school advancement. About frickin' time. I need another one of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice.
And
a unique opportunity. You know what?
That's the only one that makes sense, right?
Opportunity for the next person that fights you to get the upper hand. The next PC that fights you. They remove a piece of your armor and it has to grow back. She disintegrates a piece of your armor. It's creating a unique opportunity for a PC.
Why can't the PC be me? This says APC. I'm choosing this. This is my move. True. I just rolled it, Connor.
Yeah. But what would that be though? I don't understand.
Well, she's so focused. She's so focused on her cool moment that I take her out.
It's like so antithetical to the moment.
I know.
Oh man. I think it'd be really cool if Quantum beats you here, but that's just me. I understand you want to go further.
I know.
You can't both be Deku and win the tournament.
I'm gonna try. Like, the important thing though in this moment is that Quantum knows she can do this. Like, it doesn't matter if she loses the round.
Yeah.
I would like. Yeah. I think there's a way we can do this where. I could create a unique opportunity for a PC to get the upper hand. I take her out. Like I'm going to win this round. But we're doing it in such a way that by the end we're both grinning, right? Like fools at the end of it. It's a unique opportunity.
Okay. Whatever. It's a stretch, but I don't want to.
If we have any ideas about how that would need to look for it to make sense of the move, if I'm discussing that.
I mean, either way, you still took all of the like little pieces out of the equation, right? So maybe she uses this giant rock and slams it at you, and it like becomes and maybe you use your heat, to protect yourself from it because you're not actually like, getting hurt from her powerful move, right? So you create a unique opportunity to remove all of her everything that she could use really to be telekinetic, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so I think what I do is I'm trying to think of how that. Yeah, maybe I just melt it into slag, basically, right? Like I've been storing heat this whole time and like gaining it from all the vents, like continuing to cap it off. And so when she does this, she's like, nah! And she's like full flutter mode at this point, right? Like, nah! And she just drops it on me, and I let it's like it reminds us of the first session where what's his face? What's Jared's character? Dragon of the West. Did, like the sunbeam thing. It's like suddenly just immense heat that just like melts the whole rock into slag around me, right? Just like kind of like molten rock that kind of like splits around me. And I like my arm is steamy by the end of it. I'm like kind of like brush off the pieces, the little bits of slag that got on me. And I'm like, nicely done. Fortunately for you, this is still a tournament.
Did you already add your advancement, your school advancement?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine if that's like a unique opportunity is she doesn't have a telekinetic thing anymore. We still have to I still have to beat her properly.
Right. Yes.
That makes sense.
Okay. We should probably end the session here because it's 11:11.
So I just win?
There's two options here, right? What?
I can go to midnight.
Me too.
I'm tired, but okay, well, here's my thinking. If we wait until next session, you can switch your labels, and then you can have a mechanical, feasible way to win, which is why I was pushing you towards the moment of truth and just letting her win by triggering moment of truth, so that we don't have to try and have you fail a bunch of times
anyway. Yeah. No, you're right.
So
I like that. That's totally fine. We can end right there. Yep. I agree.
And it's a great anime moment to end the session on.
Yep. That line being like, we're still in a tournament. Like, we both got a cool moment. Like but now we're back to fighting. Yeah. Cool. I love it.
Yeah, and by the end of it, after you melt the rock, I think she's shocked both at what she just did and at what you just did, And then she just grins, and then we cut to
amazing
to end credits.
Incredible.
And then we hear in the background All Might saying, "A true hero makes people feel safe and makes them smile."
Yeah, I'd like to think that probably like my line there is probably the thing that's switching the label, and I'll just repeat it next time. That's the first thing I'll say. I'll just be like, we're still in a tournament, right? Like, and back on, everything's ready to go.
That's
like
fine.
We're just playing again.
That's fine.
Cool.
Actually, I think maybe we hear like a quote from Heartbeat, even like from like ages past.
Yeah.
Of him saying something like that, like the test of a true hero is one that has passion to make others smile. Or a true hero is one that has passion that inspires passion in others around him.
Nice. Well, I didn't get any potential, but still awesome.
Yeah, that was a fun session. Yeah, this whole tournament thing is just fun. That's all there is to it. It's just fun, and it's so many opportunities for like character advancement and to really get to know all these characters. This has been a blast.
I'm very ready for after the tournament arc for everything to fall apart and for us to just rapidly have to level, like, be mature adults now. Like that. Yep. Cool. End of session stuff.
Yeah. What about end of session moves?
What's everybody thinking? I'm thinking grow closer to the team with Quantum Quill, right? It's pretty much the only thing. For sure. Everything I did in that session was just that.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. And she does not have she does have influence over you, so she'd be changing your labels.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I'll probably do it anyway. That makes sense. What would she change them to?
I mean, the way that she influences you as a person would be superior up.
Freak down?
No, not freak down.
Danger down?
Superior up. I think maybe danger down, but that's not necessarily like how she influences people. So let me think about more in terms of this session.
Anything else she moves, she's gonna give me a condition. Either freak or danger.
I purposely didn't look at your character sheet just so that I wouldn't be biased.
Okay. Yeah. I would like to make an argument.
Smart enough to choose something that would give him a condition, so she has a better chance of
winning. True.
I would like.
How embarrassing would it be if you triggered her moment of truth, didn't let her win, and then lost? Like,
I know,
for real.
Still lost anyway. Yeah, I know.
Let's a skill issue instead of a choice.
We're not going to talk about that. I would like to make an argument for freak. Like, everything about that was me letting her be the freak, right? Like, you are the one who has the power here, not me, right? Like, this is all about you having cool power stuff, not
that
me.
means your freak goes down?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't really make sense, right? That's not how she's influencing you as a person.
Yeah, probably not.
I want to say... I'll just say danger down.
That makes sense. Yeah. I'm not a danger to her. I'm not. I'm like talking to her.
It's the thing that it's the thing that makes the most sense by like a penny, right? And everything else is a zero.
Yep. It's fine with me. I rarely roll danger anyway.
Yeah. Keep in mind you don't. Sorry.
Oh, you go on. You're still doing.
What?
I interrupted you.
Oh, I was just going to say you don't have to take you never have to take an end of session move, just in case nothing actually makes sense.
Oh, really?
I've just decided that if that's not a rule, I don't really care.
We've done that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does say at the end of every session choose one, but yeah, I guess it's up to you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing makes sense, nothing makes sense, and that's fine.
I mean, yeah, there have been sessions where like none of them made sense to rock.
Or like I think it was like at the end of like the king fight, Bastion had just gotten his like labels shifted, hadn't talked to anybody else the entire session. So it's like, I mean, where do you go from there, right? So it's just like it just is what it is sometimes.
I'm trying to think of which condition I don't think I'm going to take a potential. I think I'm going to clear a condition because I had to get that extra one. I'm trying to think of what makes the most sense. I could be guilty that I get rid of, but I could also see angry.
I mean, you could also get rid of afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, you probably should.
Did this scene just end? Or we're still in that scene?
I think the scene is technically still going.
Okay. I do think that maybe at the end okay, you asked me, did my whole thing here count as making a sacrifice to absolve your guilt? That's the whole reason I was doing it. Like I marked guilty and I'm like, I need to help you do this. I'm taking a risk. Switching my labels.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you're literally making a sacrifice in the sense that you're enabling her to.
I could have just taken her out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it doesn't come into the end of the scene anyways, so.
Right. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Okay, so that will be marked off at the end of our fight.
And if you're gonna pick one, I'd pick afraid because that would penalize you anyways.
That's the one that doesn't make any sense to have anymore. I don't think.
Yeah,
that's
true.
Yeah, I don't remember where you got that.
Yeah, me neither. Okay, cool.
Can I clear angry because so I assume that our fights are each a scene, right?
Yeah, I assume.
What?
Each of their fights
your
were
fights
a scene.
are each a scene.
Yeah,
yes, I thought you said fights reach a scene.
No. No. So yeah, basically, I'm wondering if I can clear conditions. So I have one for hurting someone or breaking something, and I specifically narrated myself being incredibly violent, trying to kill her. Can I clear angry?
I guess that's good enough.
All right, thanks. It doesn't really matter. It's the only condition I had. I just felt like it made sense. I felt like I fulfilled that one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I definitely didn't grow into an image of myself. I don't really have anything I need to move. I didn't grow close to the team. I really only interacted with one person, and I told her I was going to slap her. So that didn't count. So
did you grow detached from her? Did you grow away from her?
Well, yeah, but I don't have influence, or rather, she doesn't have influence over me, so that wouldn't do anything.
You could take influence away from weightless.
I don't really want to do that. Like,
sure.
I did think of that, but I mean, I don't think less of weightless necessarily. I think maybe he's like,
he thinks less
annoyed that people just kind of assume that he's wrong, even though he's not.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, weightless is like the only teacher he gets along with, really.
Yeah.
Well, not the only one, but like, so I don't really want to pick him. And I can't think of a student that would make a lot of sense. Yeah, I'm looking at the list of people who influenced me, and I didn't interact with any of them. Although I don't know. Who's the one on the very end here?
That's Mirage. I think that's on there because you were going to go on a date with her after the tournament's done.
I totally forgot about that. All right, that's hilarious. Yeah, I honestly don't know that I
should totally forget about his date. That's funny. Like you can literally teleport and you didn't show up.
I gotta swap places. Something has to be there. No, I kind of don't know.
Yeah, and then I'm fine with just being like, nothing really makes sense. So
yeah, but I don't think
it feels weird to force you to make a end of session move that just doesn't make sense.
Right. Yeah.
It does kind of tell us that we haven't been doing the game like the game wants us to do, though, because the game is about teams.
Oh yeah, for sure. This tournament thing is definitely not. I mean, like each phase has had that, except for this last one. Right?
Except for
this last one is just
I also kind of like tournament arcs and like people like I get that the game generally is designed for the team. But it seems weird to me that
stuff that's happening in tournament that is normally an end of session move, right?
Yeah, well, and I guess what it's weird to me is that this game has almost no support for a person doing things by themselves.
Yeah,
even though that's like a really big part of things, and every single superhero thing has a tournament arc of some sort. Yeah. So like, how does that not like it's a thing you have to work really hard to get to work, which is strange to me.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I think one of the like extra heroes or masks like expansion things has like a hero school thing, but I don't think there's like a tournament thing in there. And there's so many parts of the rules that are it's like just not individual based. So it just is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just weird to me that the game wouldn't support that at all.
Bastian, do you have an end of session move?
Grow closer to Alchemist?
Did she make you feel welcome?
Yeah, she tried to kill me.
I don't think so.
No. Another quantum quill probably, so she's gonna have to shift my labels again.
I think she'll do the same thing. I mean, just her as a person, I think she's just did the same thing, right? Freak.
She can't do freak
or
savior.
Sorry,
but I mean,
what is it? It's danger down and superior up. That's what she would. That's what she does.
I've got an argument for reversing it this time based on my whatchamacallit, performance against Alchemist.
Well, so your performance is irrelevant. It's how she influences you as a person, right? So imagine
wouldn't they want to influence you differently if they see you lacking in something that they think you should be doing better in? Wouldn't they influence you a different way?
Like it's a mechanic, right? It's not like she sees that you're too much of a freak or too much of a savior. Like she doesn't. Like that's not like a thing she knows.
But that would just, I mean, yeah, mechanically, like they don't know what exists. But if they see me lacking in some area, like that would just naturally happen.
Let's put it this way. The reason the mechanic works like this is so that you can't always choose this move, right? Like, so if your labels can't be changed and you're not like that person's influence hasn't been expended, you can't just always choose that move and choose the same person, because eventually you'll get too good or too bad at something, right? So it makes sense that if you're continually giving influence to Quantum Quill, that she's going to move your labels enough that it's going to give you a condition.
Well, yeah, that's what happened last time.
Right. So I think that's what happens this time too.
Okay. Well, but here's the thing. I think you mentioned a stat you wanted to move, and I think Jared said that one's locked, so she couldn't pick it. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure that the way locked stats work is not that you can't pick them for things, but when they would be adjusted, they are not. So I think that you could still say she puts freak up or whatever, and it just wouldn't happen. Right?
So that's true. But what she would be putting up is superior and down is danger, and that's at a 3 and a -2 with that are not locked. That's the same thing she did for Palladium.
Oh, I thought at the beginning of the conversation you suggested something, and he said she can't pick that. It's locked.
Maybe. I mentioned the word freak, but then that was me just spitting out a word, and then I went, oh, that's not what I meant.
Okay, gotcha.
Because it would be the same. Like Quantum Quill generally as a person makes people smarter, and like I don't really see an argument for anything else besides maybe danger. Like makes them think smarter rather than more vicious. Sure. Or instead of like thinking your way around the problem rather than directly engaging it, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's kind of the way that she influences people, because it's not like she's putting mundane down or savior down or freak down. Definitely not freak down, actually. So
right.
I don't know. That's kind of the only thing that really makes sense for her to like teach you or however you want to phrase it, right?
Yeah. Right. Do I get hurt someone or break something by trying to explode what's her face's head?
Hurt something or break something?
He wants to clear angry because he tried to suffocate.
Oh no, I tried to blow her head up with an exploding needle.
Oh, right.
You're talking about clearing angry?
Yeah.
No, because you're not actually. But I just did this for David.
Exactly.
Didn't I? That's the problem. I guess does it make sense that you would no longer be angry because you had this opportunity to vent your anger by trying to kill? I guess in my head that almost sounds stressful, having to force yourself to try and kill somebody.
Here's another thing. Leftwing specifically described himself as being like super violent and reckless and stuff.
That's true.
Bastion
you tried
actually
to describe yourself as thinking it through and being
Bastion rolled wield your powers with grace.
Yes.
Like that was what he did there.
But also before that,
my anger is pretty graceful.
Before that, he murdered a guy. Did he get angry before that?
That's true.
Yeah, he got angry during the fight.
I got angry during the fight. I did kill a man.
Yeah, that probably.
I feel like that one would have worked, but I didn't know what the timing was.
Yeah, you got that during your fight with Alchemist because you were conditionless during your fight with Mercury.
Did I get that during?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You're right. You just like were completely like all green the whole time.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
That would have been it's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's fine.
It seems to work like that sometimes.
Yeah, that's happened a few times.
Yeah.
I don't know a move to take then. I mean, I guess I'll just take a condition.
I mean, you don't have to take one. Like I didn't take one because it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys still should, but
yeah. I mean, it makes sense to take one with Quantum Quill.
It does. I don't even have one that would make sense.
She makes you feel welcome, right?
Yeah. I feel cheap giving it to her every single time. That's why I needed a scene with Alchemist quick.
Yeah.
You guys should really just get together at this point. Like, come on.
Quantum Quill and him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. We need an awkward love triangle.
I mean, as far as
who's in the love triangle with you?
I don't know. We don't know the smart. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's Alchemist, there's Thunder, there's
Bastion actually has had a lot of moments with the girls.
Yeah. All right, is that it?
I'll find a condition. I just doesn't make sense marking any of these conditions.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Hey, you can always.
What?
You can always spend a Doom track.
Spend a Doom track and do damage. Yeah.
Should pick.
He just has an aneurysm.
You should pick Insecure because everyone thinks you were making out with.
There you go. That's funny.
And if they don't now, they will as soon as I say that's what happened.
That would make sense.
I mean, Hopeless might make sense because they're like he's
hopelessly
actively being
in love.
Hunted. Oh no, he thinks he's actively being hunted now.
True, you did just have a second fight, and you're like, this is just gonna keep happening, isn't it? That's fair. I can see that.
Oh my goodness, Jared, you have one last Doom sign to choose. Goodness gracious, my dude.
Wow, you're one track.
I've got two. I need to fill it up, pick Burning Bright, and then fill it up again, and then pick your Doom.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. Yeah. It's like those are the Doom signs.
Yeah. I have one advancement that is get rid of a Doom sign, and then fill up the track.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm banking on.
I'm glad you have that. Holy cow.
Yeah.
I
already have my
shorten up the game.
Yeah. I have my next, and I'm gonna be very sparse.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I've got my next level ups planned out.
Nice
to take that.
Okay, good. Yeah.
I gotta take an adult move first though, because I'm greedy.
No after show?
Well, I think we could do we don't have to, I don't think we should cut to an after show. I just any closing thoughts? Anything you thought was interesting, jumped out?
For how much I did this session, it was a great session.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm looking forward to Caleb getting his butt kicked next week.
Yeah.
With my 3 savior and all my moves do savior. Nice try. Think again.
I will say the worst has come to pass, and it's going to just be a giant PC v PC free for all at the end here. So we got to figure out how that's going to work.
That's true. Yeah,
that'll be great.
There's provided that Palladium doesn't lose here. There will only be one more NPC versus NPC fight.
Yeah.
After
and it'll be emoticon, right?
Right. It's just emoticon and Iceblade, right? That will provided that Quantum Quill loses, one person comes out of emoticon and Iceblade, and then
it'll be us 3 and one of them
off against a player. So this would be the last gamble vote to decide the winner. So it's between Bastion and Palladium.
Oh right, yeah.
Or we could both get it wrong, and then David could get it right, and then we could all tie and each get a potential.
Way to game the system. Very interesting. Yeah, watch me give nobody advancement because you tied.
Don't do it, Jared. Don't play games like you usually play games.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, my friend.
No, the way Jared plays it, he plays stupid games and no one gets any prizes.
But that for me is a prize in itself.
I know.
That's perfect. Did you guys like your fights versus your NPCs? Like, do you feel like you like in terms of showdowns? Like, nobody guessed their showdown the second round. Nobody guessed it. Yeah, do you feel like a different fight would have been more interesting to you?
I feel like Alchemist, like in terms of powers, was definitely better for the hardest fight he's been in.
Cool. Yeah.
Harder than every red level fight other than the first time they fought King.
Right. Yeah. Which I think is cool because I think that shows that
power matchups matter a lot.
Yes, exactly. That's actually relevant.
Mm-hmm. And I truly made Alchemist for the sole purpose of what happens when Bastion can't use his carbon manipulation. I want to see him be creative with his smarts.
Yeah, and that was
this was the perfect timing to have that happen.
Mm.
I was consistently impressed by how many times Jared succeeded in this session. Yes, like it was a ridiculous amount of time.
Yeah. I only crit succeeded and I only crit failed. There was no normal roll.
Yeah, no 7 9s.
Didn't get any partials. Yeah. Well, that's not true. You rolled a failure and then bought up to a partial success. But
that's true.
But technically you rolled a failure. True.
Yeah, great session. It was fun.
Yeah.
Glad we still got to play this.
I got 4 potential in one session.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow. I got none.
And somehow still didn't lose. You didn't lose any of the stuff, but somehow still got 4 potential. It's wild. Yeah, Scarlet Saber was fun. I wasn't sure. I was glad how it turned out because I was like, if I just steal her power when we fist fight, it's gonna be kind of boring. But there was enough sort of like nuance to it.
Yeah,
that I think it was still really cool. So.
Well, so here's my thing with your matchups. I'm like, okay, who can I put up against him that he can take their power and still have it be a fun, interesting fight? Cool. And I was like, Scarlet Saber makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I originally was expecting that Mist might go to the second round and then I'd have to fight her.
Yeah, which also would have that you fighting Mist would have been interesting and like tough.
Yeah, I think I mean based on how I imagine that will go, I think I might have actually lost that fight. Right. So I'm glad it didn't go that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
it's crazy the triangle that is like you destroy Scarlet, and then Scarlet just utterly annihilates Mist.
But Mist would probably be me. And I think there's a specific reason Mist would be me, even though I can steal like large powers now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm looking forward to that interaction. But I'm glad it didn't take me out of the tournament because I might have.
Yep.
Right, so sword beats water beats teleportation, and teleportation beats sword. That's the new triangle.
And then, but hey, if we're playing Unicorn Overlord, all you have to do then is reflect and recast. So
true, yeah. But I mean, that's basically how you win the whole game. So I don't really know if that counts. You just quick cast, recast, and everyone's dead.
Yeah. Anyway, that'll be fun. Yeah, and then whoever. So obviously, it'll come down to a 1v1, right? So. Right. And there's no circumstance which both all 3 players can participate in the 1v1.
Right.
Whoever loses, I still got content for you. It'll still be good. And then last note is I think it'll be one more session before I have to take a break. So we'll have to fit a lot into that last session, I think.
Yeah. We just cancel what we have tomorrow morning and then do another session tomorrow morning.
No, but yes, but that would be fun. Okay, yeah, I'm super looking forward to next session. I've been waiting a very long time for something in the next session. A very long time.
I don't like that.
And by next session, you mean in 2 sessions because there's no way we're going to get to a next session.
No, we'll for sure get to what I
assume it has something to do with emoticon.
I will leave it up to your imagination.
Yeah. Nice.
Then a portal appears in the middle of the tournament, and Shigaraki comes out.
No, that is what I'm expecting at some point here. Like, Connor, you told me like a while ago that we were gonna have like stuff with my girlfriend being at the tournament, and that's like
no, not your girlfriend, your sister.
Oh,
your
no, you're right. You're right. We talked about after the tournament. There's gonna be a thing with my girlfriend and a mission.
There was gonna be some like political.
This tournament has taken so long.
Okay, I kid you not. This has taken a lot longer than I thought it was going to, and I should have known. And in the back of my head, I knew,
of course,
but I was pretending. I was like, "Nah, I can get through that. I can get through this content faster."
One session of phase, come on.
Well, and to be fair, there's so much in here that's just it's so like rich in character development that it's like you can't skip over it. There's even stuff that I'm like, even like the tournament phase, I'm like, oh man, I could have bled that out a little bit more. I could have stretched out some of those like conversations as they're going from room to room, but I just kept it really fast. And I'm like, is that a mistake? And also with this phase, I'm like, oh, I wanted Null to be in the fight. I forgot. I wanted to show off some of Null's powers again. And I was like, yeah, but it just kind of would. But Left Wing already got to fight Null, so we already kind of got to see that, him fight. And so I'm like, kind of like it just would have been stretching it out. So it's like it just is what it is.
Yeah, there were a couple times where I was like, oh, I would have liked to have a conversation with that character after their fight, but it wouldn't have really mattered that much. And But I mean, honestly, like I think tournament arcs are one of the most fun things that school things do, and so I'm fine with it having gone long personally.
The only reason I'm hesitant about it is the amount of advancements you guys get with the amount of content I still want to get through.
Yeah, I'm a little worried that we're basically functionally max level, and like,
Well, don't worry. Once I die, I reset and pick a new class.
You don't reset everything.
Yeah, that's the problem. You still have all your stats, which are like the real problem.
Yes, we'll see how it goes. I definitely am thinking it's going to feel a little tricky, but there's definitely going to be there's going to be a time where you guys are like, oh yeah, it's great to have these high skills and high labels and stuff, and then there's going to be times you're going to be like, it doesn't matter what I do. I can't engage in this head on. I have to find a workaround, or I have to find a way around.
Well,
I get situations like when Bastion charged the giant robot, right? It's like,
Well, the other thing is like the game doesn't really do situational penalties, which is why I think it's really difficult because you advance so quickly to like actually make it. You either can't roll or you crush them, right? And there's not really an in between. So I appreciate that the situational penalties allow for that to be a little bit less the case.
Yes, that and this tournament is just fun. So there's a lot of stuff in here that's like, you guys are just having fun. You guys are just cranking through rolls. I'm not really worried about the situational penalties because you guys are fighting peers, right?
Right. Yeah. That's the other part.
That's not always going to be the case.
Out of our league. Yeah.
It'll get more interesting.
Yeah. Yep. Although I don't know if Jared had many penalties for fighting the metal guy, but the metal guy was a bad matchup against him.
I didn't fail very many rolls against him.
Mm-hmm. I thought about it like halfway through. I was like, maybe I should have been giving him minuses to this, but I was just like,
I don't even know if that would have mattered. I don't know if I rolled less than an 11.
That's true. That's true. And I also was like, I don't want to drag out this fight and then make Bastion have like 3/4 of the session. So I was
it was already long enough. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's fair. And like I said, you can always chalk it up to just being a bad matchup, which then kind of begs the question, why did they send him? But sorry.
Right.
I mean, he could be like the weakest of them pretty easily because what Inferno guy was much harder.
Yeah, he was pretty wild. But again, also like
Dragon for that.
Not a good matchup for you either, right?
And Beaver Boy.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's call it there.
Sounds good. Fun session, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have a good night.
Yep. Good night, everybody.